Bronco Nation, when I score, Jackson pours. Each game I score a touchdown, head to Jackson's on Monday for a 49-cent fountain drink with Let's Go rewards. And don't forget your free banana, Jackson's. Let's go.
This crispy chicken is from a taco place.
This crispy chicken is from a taco place? The taco place? Taco place. It comes in a burrito, too?
From your taco place, it's also a chicken place that's also a taco place.
And final blade of grass. Done. And done. Who knew it'd take 2,007 man-hours to paint 47,962,053 blades of grass? Smells like game day. Whoa, it's not dry yet.
It's time for the Jackson's Postgame Show on Bronco Nation News. We're breaking down the game with highlights, interviews, analysis, and most importantly, you. Give your thoughts on the game in the ICCU YouTube chat, or leave us a message on the Signature Roofing voice box at speakpipe.com/BNN. The BNN Postgame Show is presented by Jackson's, where you can get a 99-cent 16-ounce coffee or refill with Let's Go rewards. Need snacks or a cold drink? Visit one of the 300 Jackson's locations today. The title sponsor of Bronco Nation News is RowPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. For all your painting needs, check out RowPaint.com. Now, let's join the guys at the James Kitchen and Bar near Albertsons Stadium for the Jackson's Postgame Show on Bronco Nation News.
All right, welcome on in, Bronco Nation News. I am Nathan Carroll here with the Jackson's Postgame Show, coming to you live from the James, just off of Broadway, chatting through a Boise State victory. Hopefully we've got some happy fans, happy members of Bronco Nation News in the chat. Boise State takes care of business 49-21 over the Colorado State Rams. Got a little testy there for a moment towards the end of the fourth quarter, or I guess in the middle of the fourth quarter there, but ultimately Boise State pulls away, does so convincingly, winning, like I said, 49-21. I'm your host, Nathan Carroll. We'll be here. Don't worry. I know we've got lots of fans of Brad Bedell, got lots of fans of Kent Riddle. They'll be here in a little bit. They're on their way over. They're coming from the stadium and got some traffic on the way over here. So we just figured let's get it started off. You know, we've got a lot to get through, a lot to talk about, and we'll try to get you guys out of here at a halfway decent time. So talking through the game, Boise State 49-21, back on track and still alive for a Mountain West championship. I know after the past two games, after the past 3 weeks with that bye week in there, it seemed like an impossibility, but no doubt about it, Boise State still alive for a Mountain West championship and a shot to three-peat. An impressive win for the Broncos. The offense gets back on track after scoring 7 points in each of the last two games. Little nugget for you, Boise State 7-0 this season. When they score 8 or more points, they scored well more than 8 today, knocking down 49 points. Be sure to get all of your comments into the ICCU YouTube chat. Let's chat a little bit. What are your thoughts on the games? How did you feel about Max Cutforth coming in? His second start looked much, much better than that first one down in San Diego in the middle of a monsoon. I know Gangine here says impressed with Cutforth, showing some real potential. Was a big fan of his performance, but some stuff not as good. And ultimately, I do think It's Shady kind of summed it up here. Colorado State, that's a 2-9 team. That's a 2-9 team if I've ever said one, which makes it tough when you're talking through, how did your team perform ultimately when you're going up against a 2-9 squad. Tough to take too many big takeaways away, but Boise State did what they needed to do, took care of business. I mean, when you're playing a 2-8 team, you want to see a dominant, decisive victory, and that's just what the Broncos did. Offensively, looked really, really good. Passing game was solid. Running game got it going after a little bit of a slower week last week against San Diego State. And defensively, I know Colorado State had 21, but for most of that game, looked really, really good. TN Fame, though, talking a little bit of one of the storylines out of that game. Yeah, the Colorado State quarterback spitting on a Boise State player towards the end of the game. No call from the referees, and yet we'll see what happens out of that. I know the NFL has set some pretty strict standards on that if you spit on somebody and it's obvious, like you're getting suspended for a game if you didn't kicked out. We'll see what the Mountain West does. A lot of comments about Curry and the officiating because of that. But we'll see what ends up coming from that. But for Boise State, an impressive win, and I think in a lot of ways showed what you wanted to see. I thought the offense looked really good, 49% success rate, 0.18 EPA per play, which is kind of the math nerd way of saying, hey, that was a good, strong performance for the Broncos. I thought Max Cutforth looked a lot better, a lot more comfortable, which is to be expected. I think the San Diego State game obviously wasn't great, but didn't have a ton of opportunity. And today, with clearly a more comfortable game plan, I mean, first play of the game, they come out with a play-action pass and giving Cutforth a chance to throw the football and try to get this offense on the move early. And I thought, for the most part, looked really good. I thought, for all the criticisms that there's been of Nate Potter, which certainly have been warranted to some extent, I thought the game plan tonight was excellent, put players in a position to succeed. And I thought despite Max Cutforth being a backup, just a second career start, I thought the offense looked pretty good. I thought the running game looked really strong. I thought Malik Sherrod did have a strong game, but Sire Gaines, I thought, had one of his best games as a Broncos. I believe set a rushing record for his career so far as a member of Boise State. Dylan Riley got going at times as well. I thought the full usage of the stable got going, even with a Seth, I believe it's pronounced Kanathi, touchdown at the end of the game. One of you will have to correct me if I've got that wrong. And yeah, lookup says it, QB competition. Now, I'll say this. If Maddox Madsen's good to go at any point this season, I do think he's the guy. I think that they keep him as the starter. But I think certainly the offseason discussion at this point is going to be, is Max Cutforth good enough to potentially compete with Maddox Madsen? Do they still need to bring in a transfer quarterback? Going to be a lot of interesting conversations heading into the offseason after the type of game that Max Cutforth had. And I think Ben Welch, the stats probably don't do justice to what he did, because there were quite a few wide receiver drops. I mean, just off the top of my head, I could think of at least 4 drops that are going to cut into some of Max Cutforth's stats. So if you're a box score watcher, if you didn't get a chance to watch the game, no harm to you, but just know I do think Max Cutforth probably had even a better game than some of the numbers may have shown. And it goes to show why we, at least us in the media, I think sometimes there was a lot of reaction about, man, you guys aren't hard enough on this team. You're not hard enough on Potter. You're not hard enough on Max Cutforth. But I think tonight showed a little bit of why that is sometimes we can overreact to one game. At the end of the day, last week in San Diego, it was a monsoon, horrendous weather against the best defense in the Mountain West, and the offense didn't look very good. But that doesn't necessarily always translate from game to game. And I thought Nate Potter did an excellent job offensively. I thought Max Cutforth looked much, much better. Sick Modern, our guy Sick Modern, always here in the YouTube chat, which we appreciate. Arm talent is real. Yeah, I think he showed a lot of good stuff. And I think he looked better than throughout spring, throughout fall camp. We were critical at BNN of the backup situation of Max Cutforth and Caleb Annett, and said, hey, it's a pretty significant drop off from Maddox Madsen. Max Cutforth has improved tremendously throughout fall camp, throughout the season, and now with a couple of weeks to rep in with the ones, I thought did an excellent job tonight. But I do want to come back to over and over again, and I wish Brad Bedell was here with us, because he certainly has thoughts on this. Colorado State, that is not a very good football team. Now, Boise State did what you're supposed to do against not very good football teams. They're 17.5-point favorites going into the game and took care of business, won by 28 points. But, yeah, I think if you're looking for takeaways, I think there were probably too many overreactions to San Diego State because that's a really good defense, and the offense didn't play very well given the conditions. Offense did play very well tonight, but that's a Colorado State defense that has had troubles, to say the least, this season. So, all things considered, I thought the offense started really well and finished well. They had a good, complete game. So we do have, it looks like Brad Bedell, Kent Riddle coming on here in a moment. Going to be able to chat with them about their thoughts on the games. Again, if you're coming in for the first time, I'm Nathan Carroll. I will be your host here on the Jackson's Postgame Show here at the James on Broadway. Fantastic destination. And of course, if you're tuning in, we appreciate you tuning in to the Jackson's Postgame Show. Go ahead over. They've got the trading cards. They've got a collection of drinks, energy drinks, snacks. Get your gas there. Whatever you need to do. It's a great place to be able to go. Go support the sponsors. You know, nothing with BNN would be possible without our wonderful sponsors like the James, like Jackson. So we appreciate them coming in. But get your comments into the ICCU YouTube chat. Again, Boise State able to pull away with a 49-21 victory over Colorado State. 532 yards of offense. I mean, when we talk about the offense bouncing back, 532 yards, a little over 6 yards per play, held Colorado State to about 307 yards of offense. And even that, I think, is probably doing Colorado State's offense a little bit too much credit compared to the way that game ultimately played out. Boise State's defense, I thought, was phenomenal for most of that game. Really was just late. You know, Colorado State, when they were down 34-7, gets a touchdown and then gets the surprise onside kick, which made the game 34-21. And, you know, I tweeted it out. Last time Boise State played Colorado State was 2 years ago, the game that, I mean, in my opinion, probably doomed the Andy Avalos era when Colorado State pulls off a 20-point comeback in the last 5 minutes of the game. And there were definitely some moments there with about down with Boise State leading by just 13 after they get that onside kick. Definitely, I think, some questions and some concerns. But we got our guy Brad Bedell. Brad, are you going to grab a beer? Or do you want to come? Oh, you got your beer. You're going to come straight on. Got Brad Bedell. Got Kent Riddle joining us. Coming on. Talking Boise State, getting a win, like I said, 49-21 over Colorado State. And, good win. Good win for the Broncos.
Hell of a win.
Yeah. Anytime you can win by 4 scores, you feel good about it, right?
Question, right?
Yeah. And now, and we've talked a little bit about it. Colorado State, not the best team.
They're ass.
Yeah, let's start here.
That's Brad, Colorado grad.
Let's start here.
Colorado Brad.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan.
Brad Bedell, what did you think of Colorado State today and every day in your life?
Ass.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, I tell you one thing. They beat my ass my senior year, though. They did. They beat us bad. Yeah, they're a lot more talented, better quarterback.
Colorado State's a team we have to stay ahead of because they have a lot of resources.
And they're going.
Great stadium.
And they're moving
nice
on.
Town. We have to stay ahead of them.
And they did tonight, no doubt
Absolutely.
about it. 49-21.
I would say this: Colorado State. If you don't watch it, they're a sleeping giant.
Agreed.
No, seriously. Money wise, money wise.
Yeah,
Dell's right there.
We're talking long term.
Right.
Pac-12. Pac-12.
I thought you were making a joke about if you don't watch it because they don't
Well, they
look
suck.
at it. Yeah.
Right now, they're not good.
But you're not wrong. They have money.
Long term.
They have
Long term.
money.
Stadium.
That's a big deal.
You want to tell me there's a Fat Tire beer end zone? Fat
they
Tire.
really?
I'm not a big.
Oh yeah, the whole yes.
When we beat them in whatever
18?
The comeback.
I thought Harsin was going to get showered with beer.
I wanted to just go spend the
I was going to go to who was my man in the Canadian League, the old lineman for Boise State.
John Gott.
I was going to go
Gott in the
John
body.
Gott in the end zone with Fat Tire, and I was going to hit on the plane, and I was going to be in worse shape than Florida State in 17 or whatever we beat Florida State.
19.
19, yeah.
19.
What a game that 18 game. That was I was a student at that time.
I'm just being serious. So, like, we have to stay ahead of them.
I agree.
Because they have a lot of the same things we have in terms of great city, good college town, beautiful stadium. Like, we have to stay ahead of them.
Yeah.
Can I say what I was going to say? I told Ray I was going to say.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm a man of my word.
Yep.
Boise State fans who showed up, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. You
No
guys
question.
are true Boise State fans. For the
We were
fans
almost
that,
capacity.
almost capacity.
Even with
for
the
the
students
fans
being
that
out and
didn't
all
show
that,
up
yeah.
because the season's not going so good, suck it.
Yeah, good crowd. Even into the fourth quarter when the game was all but put away, attendance was still solid outside of the student section, which students always
Yeah.
clear out early. They
Well,
want to go
but-
party, and I get it.
But even the students, no class next week. I mean, you
Yeah.
got to figure.
But
And
they-
strong percentage of them are out of town.
And-
Like, I have no problem
Bronco
with that.
Nation showed up, and I think they understand the moment of this is the last game of the year. And Bronco Nation loves Boise State football, and they understand that.
Well,
if you got one more chance to see the team on the blue, more than likely there
Sure.
is technically a path to get one more, but more than likely this is the last time you get to see him in 9 months.
it's the last time we're going to see him in that much.
Still a path. You need San Diego State to lose, and then New Mexico to win, and then Fresno to lose twice. Technically a path.
So you're
unlikely.
actually the guy that actually understands. So I don't. All I know is we need to win tonight.
Yep.
We need to win next week, and then it is what it is at that point. But all we can control is what we can control.
100%. And here's the thing: you say I probably know the beauty of these new tiebreak rules. Even I don't know, because if it goes to a 3-way tiebreak, you're probably talking computers, and the computers.
Well, you
I
don't
can't
know.
predict what the computers are going to do. So they've updated the computers. They got rid of the Massey and the Colley and those older school ones. They've got like.
See, that's why you know.
What's
and I know.
Nasty and Colley?
Yeah, some old school ones like BCS era computers. They've got like Connolly SP Plus in there. They've got strength of record. But one of them, it seems to me, at least in my research, it's not even public. So only 3 of the 4 you're able to even check to see where Boise State stands.
It's
so
not public.
not public. It's only private. Like you have to pay to subscribe.
SEC.
SEC. Yeah. SEC. Yeah. How's the officiating in the
Look,
SEC these days?
I think objectively, if there is a conspiracy, it would probably be to help Boise State, right? Because I mean, in the past, like when it's got computers, Boise State has won because of that.
Well,
the 20.
but we also played Notre Dame and South Florida.
It's true. It's
So-
true.
Did South Florida win tonight?
No.
Yes.
Oh, they did. They
I thought
pulled it
so.
out.
They're playing UAB, right?
They were
they were down.
They were behind pretty good.
Oh, were they? USF?
Yeah.
South Florida? Okay, let me.
In Tampa. You may have been there. And did you go to that game?
I didn't go to the game, but they're playing UAB in Birmingham.
They
I
were
believe.
down 14-0 early. Huh?
48 to 18. USF won. So
Apparently, we were updated early.
Rain Man got us. Rain Man.
and not refreshed. Well, good, because that helps. Boise
it
State.
helps.
You
USF
want
winning
them-
helps. I don't know if you saw Notre Dame score. They beat
70 to
Syracuse 70-7.
Yeah.
That helps the whole computer metric.
So how's Syracuse backup quarterback running?
They've got some issues.
Thank
They've got some issues.
I just want to make sure
Yeah.
like backup quarterbacks
backup
don't
quarterback.
do very well.
No,
Do you want
backup.
to get right into that? Say Max
Yeah, let's
Cutforth
talk about Max
Like-
Cutforth.
came out and kicked ass tonight.
Yeah, looks phenomenal.
Yeah, and I would also say to everybody, like, well, why didn't they just do that last week? I mean, we're playing a different defense in a different weather, not at home, like a lot of stuff. And you know what? The other side of it is probably our guys learn and like, hey, let's figure this out, how we make him successful. And tonight they did. And yeah, for everybody that's pissed about last week, shit, it's over. Move on. We learned from it way better tonight.
Well, if you can't tell me, and this is what I love about college football. I love it. Every week's different. So I've told this 100 times. I like to go back to what I talked to BJ about on Monday, right? I said, there's some hard conversations happening. I said, I bet you Potter's sitting there with a controller in his hand saying, why did you do it this way? What did you install? What did you talk about? What is this? Like, this isn't what we talked about. And then you come out and they learn from it. And we didn't have a 7 burger. We had a 40 burger.
Yep.
And not we, Boise State. Like,
And I would like to say, before we left the press box, BJ was kind enough to point out that there was a conspiracy that Nate Potter did not call the game tonight. And somebody else, like
Dirk Cutter or
shit.
Yeah.
Nate called that. Like,
hold on. I didn't catch this. You're telling me somebody spread that Nate Potter didn't call the game?
There
Who
were
did? Casper?
Zach Hill or Dirk Cutter sneaking on a headset. There was some Twitter conspiracy, and it's not even worth mentioning because it's
No, I got something for you. I got something for you. Damn it, I lost my money tonight. I had some money. I had at least $10. Fuck off. There's my
I'm
swear
going to take
jar.
that head on and just
put
say,
it in
like,
the swear jar.
that is the
tired of
biggest,
it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
that is
tired
the
of
biggest
it.
crack.
I'm tired of
And
it.
look,
crap.
and
I
I'll
mean,
say this:
God.
I get why there was criticism of Nate Potter. The offense didn't look good the last. No. Wait.
You're right.
Just
No, you're
let me
right.
finish.
You're right.
But I thought, for the most part, all year the offense has looked pretty good. I mean,
Josh,
you
no trick plays or something. I don't know.
bring up
But
the lack of trick
I
plays.
saw a trick play tonight.
Cam Bates had a
I saw
15-yard pass.
I saw a double pass.
It was in there.
Finish your thought, though.
yes.
I want you to finish your thought.
Nate Potter, couple of bad weeks, and their circumstances. SCSU is the best defense in the conference. You're in the rain. You get Max Cutforth in without any reps. The offense has been good most of the year.
Yeah,
This was
hold
an
on.
offense that put up 56 on UNLV. I think Nate Potter's a good coach.
I'm gonna double down on you.
All right.
I don't want to give Nate Potter excuses.
Fair.
Let's not give Nate Potter excuses.
Fair.
It wasn't great. Like, I get it.
Yes.
But it's like, if you want to take a young guy, I'm sorry,
No,
sir,
you're good. You're good.
and learn, right? So everybody wanted to call for his head. So he puts a 40 burger on. Oh, let's be all, because it's going to be in here. It's the below average defense. I think they came out first play. What was it? Shot.
Yeah.
They're like
threw
3 or 4 shots in the first 10 plays.
So for the people that want to criticize Nate Potter, you also has to give him his due. I thought Nate called a great game and looked at what they lost last week, and he turned it around. You had 13 personnel shot.
Every game's different too, right?
Absolutely.
So to say, like, we should have done this last week, by my count, we were in that game in the fourth quarter. And
arguably,
it's very easy to go back and say we could have won that game had we just done what we'd done tonight.
No.
Or it's also easy to say, like, if we went and did what we did tonight last week, we might have gotten beat by 40. I don't know.
You don't know. I mean, I'm tired of making the excuses. I'm tired of this freaking message board. I'm sorry. I'm tired of a lot of things that are criticizing people on a new week. Nate Potter tonight called a great game. The defense was really good. They beat the ever-living dog whatever at a Colorado State, right? So that's where we're at. And at the end of the day, that you have to give Nate Potter credit. You have to, and I'll tell you this right now, it should have been a lot worse if the wide receivers didn't drop some balls.
Absolutely.
And how about this one? I'll give you, here's the shocking news. It's not Matt Miller's fault. I'm very close to Matt Miller. Like, Matt Miller I'm very close to him. But don't tell me when they're running man and you have a drag on the 30 going into the new end zone complex and it's hitting him in the chest, that's another touchdown. Latrell Caples dropped another ball, and I hope Latrell Caples is okay tonight. Senior night, I hope he is okay. And he was down. He walked off.
Ran off even, yeah.
Well, he may think he's Batman tonight.
Right.
Right? He may think he's Batman. He may be a little fuzzy in the head, but that's football. But there were some drop balls that could have resulted in big plays. And that's 2 drop balls. That's a touchdown because I was on that side of the field. That's a wide
Jennifer,
open.
love you. Tired of the negativity. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Who?
Jennifer says, tired of the negativity. Enough already.
Jennifer, I'll buy you a beer at the James.
There you go. Yeah, it's a good win, and I understand the frustrations. And look, it's Jeremiah Dickey talks about it all the time. Expectations are high at Boise State, And that's
And
a
they
good
should
thing.
be.
And they should be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And 7-4 when you're at Boise
But
State is never good enough.
It doesn't mean that just because expectations are high doesn't mean that we're going to be 100% every day, every year, last year. Like, we should be striving for that, but it's not going to happen every year. It just isn't.
7-4 doesn't mean scapegoat. 7-4 doesn't mean don't pack the crowd. 7-4 doesn't mean to shit on the players. 7-4, it's 7-4. I'm sorry, I hate to tell you this. Boise State, in my opinion, is a 10-win season every year. That was the expectation. When I got hired in 2017, and I'll never forget it, I got sat down, I was like, it's 10 wins or bust. And that's the expectation. It came from Cars, came from you, it came from Scooter, who I replaced. It came from a lot of people. But it doesn't mean we're going to turn from everybody. It means this. We beat the ever-living whatever out of CSU, and then we got to move on to Utah State because we can control that. And now we're the
We
biggest.
still have a pretty good path to 10. I mean, we need a little bit of help. A little bit of help.
Well, New Mexico beat Air Force tonight, so that's out.
That helps because Boise State has head-to-head over New Mexico.
So Reed and I, we're so confused on this. I'll be honest with you.
So here's the hilarious thing. Coming into today, Saturday, one team controlled their destiny, which was San Diego State. And there were 6 other teams in contention. None of them controlled their own destiny because they all needed to win out and other things to happen. And just the way the funky math of it works out, no one controlled their own destiny.
Again, you understand this better than most, so explain it a little bit.
Essentially, the way that
you're Rain Man.
I don't know about that.
Not him.
I did get the Johnny Ball game question about Pop Warner though right the other day, so I felt good about that one. Regardless, the way it all shook out though is enough teams still had to play each other that Boise State, Fresno State, Utah State, Hawaii, New Mexico, all were in it. None of them controlled their own destiny. And it's not until every game is wrapped up tonight that we know who controls their own destiny. And there's a chance where Fresno State wins tonight. Best case scenario for Boise is win next week and hope that you win on the computer metrics. Now, I dove into some of those metrics. Connolly SP plus, Boise State has the lead, which is good. And with that one factors heavily margin of victory. So tonight's win is a good win.
So tonight helps.
Tonight helps. Plus that factors in all your games. Notre Dame winning by 63 helps. USF winning helps. And then you've got strength of record. Boise's behind UNLV in that one. So that one weighs very heavily wins and losses.
Why?
It's Boise's 7-4. UNLV's 9-2.
It favors the SEC.
It's
strength of record favors the SEC.
Oh yeah, well,
Yes.
this is the best conference in the country.
And that was an ESPN deal they came up with, right?
Agreed. Yeah. Yes. So ESPN strength of record, it's tied to FPI, which look, as an analytics guy, I have my thoughts on FPI, which BJ mentions. Utah State 7-7, 27 seconds left in the first quarter. If you're a Boise State fan with rooting interests, Aggie fans tonight, Utah State all the way, because the
only problem with that is we got to play Utah State next week.
You got to play Utah State, but the reason why they play Fresno, you need Fresno out of the paint. Because any tiebreaker
totally
where you're
kidding.
stuck with Fresno,
I'm totally kidding.
right.
Next week's going to be a fucking battle, no matter what. Sorry.
You dropped an F-bomb.
Yes,
You
I did.
have
$10.
to
Just telling you.
$10.
That's the first
I'm just
one. I
telling you.
love it.
Next week is going to be a battle.
Yeah.
That is going to be a rough.
At Utah State.
Yes.
Hey, on Black Friday,
On Black Friday, 2
get
p.m.
the students out.
Yes, thank God. They'll still be pumping music in there like
Yeah,
nobody
they're a bunch of
does.
cheating fuckers.
$10 more.
Sorry. Yeah, I apologize, BJ.
Yeah, BNN After Dark. That's what we're calling it. But yeah,
Is that the excuse you're giving me?
if Fresno State loses tonight, I believe if Fresno State loses tonight, Boise State is winning it.
So I would think that.
If Fresno
Yeah, I would
loses
think that.
tonight,
in
because
San Diego?
Fresno
Against
plays
San
against
Diego.
Utah
In
State
San Diego.
in San Diego.
Yes.
So we can shut that bald dude up that said we bullied him. We're going to San Diego, Red. Give me a high five. We're going to San Diego.
I don't want to say anything. I like Sean Lewis. I think he's a damn good coach.
I like
Sean
He's a
Lewis.
good coach.
I do.
And at the end of the day, he's like a Wisconsin tight end. Like,
No, I love the way he teaches football.
And-
No,
and
I'm just saying,
if we had a
like,
competition
I
of
can
like
say why he said that because he's, yeah.
also if we had a part of what I love
bothers
about
me.
Sean Lewis, he won at Kent State. Went to 2 bowl games at Kent State. Like the only other coaches to ever do that are like Don James and
No, I know,
he's-
guys. I understand
Anyways.
what you're saying, but it's the and I'm not a big homer. I'm not.
No,
But
I
when
know what you're
somebody
saying.
takes a freaking press conference
and
it says we
takes a shot at
bullied
Boise State.
I
like,
hope you want
that's
to
a
rip
bad-
their freaking throat out.
Yeah.
And how much of that too is if you get the rematch with San Diego State, who by the way technically has not clinched their spot. They do need to win tonight. There is a world where Boise can not only host but host against a non-San Diego State team. So they do have to take care of business. Granted, San Diego State plays
It's 11-0.
San Jose tonight.
It's 11-0.
Yeah, they play San Jose. San Diego State's probably going to win. They're probably going to
Come to the
host.
James. It's a watch party. Let's
There we
see what
go.
happens.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great time. The wife's got both the kids to sleep, so I'm out. We're partying tonight.
First
boys.
beer's on, Rid.
All that to say, if you're a Boise State fan, can still, and this is what I've always said about Boise State and how special and how really spoiled this fan base is. This is a down year, and you still have a chance to play for a conference championship.
Absolutely.
How good would Colorado State fans feel about playing for a conference championship?
They can't even smell it.
It's
because
never happened
Colorado
before.
State.
Right. How many programs have never had that? In Boise State, the worst year in the past 20 years of program history, you fire a head coach mid-year and you still end up with a Mountain West title on. It's being a Boise State fan, you get pretty spoiled sometimes.
Let's go.
All right.
Go to the message board.
Yeah, all that to say,
I mean, we could talk about stats. We could talk about all that. It was an ass whooping.
it was.
Here we go. 4 of the last 5 years. have been
Yeah, our
down
guy AP.
years.
Always positive AP. 4 of the last 5 years have been down years.
Who is that?
Our guy AP.
Hey, AP. Was last year a down year?
No, I think that's the one that wasn't.
Okay, was the year before, was that 10 wins? Or no?
No, the year before was 8-6.
The year before that.
That was the 10-4 or 11-3, something like that.
I mean, yeah, whatever. I mean, you count
Is
down
10
years however
is
much.
10 is 10 wins a down year here?
No, and neither's winning the conference championship.
But that's my point. Like, where are we going with this? So let's get on. So when you hire
you know
a
what's
future
down
head
year at
coach,
Boise State, anything less than 12-0.
fair.
Just sit down.
Or 11-1. In the new
Okay.
era, 11-1.
So let
What
me
you gonna give
so
me?
let me get this straight. So in the future, like, and I hope it's not the immediate future. And if I'm the AD, you don't want that. But hey,
I think we would all love it.
yes, you would. I would raise more money in this mother Coors Brewing Company, and the Horseshoe Ale or whatever it is. So you're telling me if you're hiring a head football coach and go, hey, you know what? 11 wins is what you're based off of.
Again,
It's
We-
one.
we're-
It's
we're-
one guy. I get it.
Yeah, these are
But
people.
what do we? But that's the thing. All right, what's next?
If I see somebody, if I see,
Shady says he wants to hear Bedell crap on CSU more.
if I will see
There's something
somebody,
in the water that makes him suck at an
actual name
exponential level.
They're terrible. They're a terrible program.
Yeah,
It's bad. It's
not a
bad.
fan.
No, it's. I compare them to Ohio State. Rid. How do I view Ohio State?
Best program, consistent.
No. You know what it is.
OH.
I can't. I can't.
Brad does not like Ohio State.
If they're playing Al Qaeda, I hope Al Qaeda wins. Can I see?
Nah.
Yeah.
I can't say what I really feel, but you know what? I wish them luck in their next head football coach. And there's no line
The
job
bad
open.
part
Give me a
is,
call.
the bad part is like Ohio State's actually really good.
Yeah.
And they're
Hey,
well coached.
Shut
and
up! You shut your mouth. 3-0, 3-0 the past 3 years for Michigan.
I know, but
4-0 in the past 4 even.
I married an Ohio State girl.
Oh, did
I
you?
love my wife, but she's an Ohio State fan.
I'll put it out there. I can't stand Ohio State. I can't
I'm
stand
not a
Ohio
big
State.
Ohio
If
State
Alabama's
fan.
playing Ohio State, I hope for the Taliban. And if you have a problem with that, I'm very pro-America.
All right, so Boise State. Max Cutforth played well. Finished with 239 yards. 239 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. But I thought played well. I thought he looked better than the box
was
score would
freaking
indicate.
awesome.
Better than the box score would indicate.
Take the first drive. How about the third down throws?
Solid.
Hole
on the
shots.
money. Yeah.
Great hole shots on time, which Red, you talked about
Yeah.
that. He was late a time or two, but resulting completions.
The only times he was late a time or two result in completions, not interceptions.
Yeah.
So
Missed a couple deep balls, but I mean, I think all things considered, you feel good about we can win with Max Cutforth if you're a part of Bronco Nation.
With a solid run game.
Solid run game.
What'd they run game for tonight? What'd they run for tonight? I don't know.
279 rushing yards. Sire Gaines, career high, had 149 on 22 carries.
So which Brad? No, not. You're thinking of Dylan.
Dylan Riley had 72 yards on 14 carries.
I want a 1,000-yard rusher.
Sire was a hot hand tonight. I thought did a
Malik
great job
Sherrod.
sticking with them.
How about him rolling
Yeah.
back some inside zone for Teeters?
56 yards, 2 touchdowns for Malik Sherrod.
For big plays, though.
For big plays.
What's his average rush?
8.0 average,
Thank
24 long.
Thank you.
Reeled off some big ones. And that's just in my opinion. I think at its best, this is what the running back room looks like, right? You've kind of got your thunder and lightning with Riley and with Gaines, and then you sprinkle somebody got their truck straight piped or something. And then you sprinkle in a little Malik Sherrod. Then you sprinkle in a little Malik Sherrod, who
I agree.
Look, not always the most efficient on a play-to-play basis, but when he hits, he can hit big,
and he can roll it. Right? Like I thought they did a nice job, and you know what, Red? We talked about this in the pregame, and I think I like to bring up what we talk about, right? So they rolled the cover one, and they dropped that safety down to the tight ends. The safeties did a great job picking up the extra
absolutely.
man, and that what gave the cutback all the way back. They were cutting that ball back all the way to the Y, which the third man removed from the center. I don't know else how to explain it. And then the off the ball player cut off penetration, and it resulted in some really big plays. And I have to give the tight ends. I thought the tight ends had a great night.
Yep, agreed.
Big catches.
Yep.
The one ball that was dropped by
Lauder.
That's a tough ball. It was 900 miles an hour. But I thought they did a great job reestablishing the line of scrimmage to get to that extra safety that they were rolling down, and resulted in Malik Sherrod for at least a 1 touchdown. Because when we were watching the game, I was like, that's touchdown. They rolled it back, gone. So I think that you got to give the tight ends a big due to that.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And I think, like last week, I mean, look, PFF, a lot of issues with their grades. Like, it's not gospel, but it kind of matched the eye test to me where offensive line played pretty well. I thought there was a little bit left to be desired from the tight ends in the run game last week. I thought they were phenomenal tonight.
I thought there was some less desire for the run game in the offensive line last week.
Totally fair. Not saying it was perfect.
No,
but
I'm not. If we're going to shit on one position, I didn't think, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think the left side of the offensive line played great last week.
And that's PFF
Look at
grades
the
actually
PFF
kind of
grades.
agree with that. Yeah. So
Because the movements, I think tonight they handled the movements by the run blitz defense that Colorado State tried to bring. And I think Malik Sherrod was the answer tonight for the big play. And trust me, I want a 1,000-yard rusher here because that's a tradition. That's the standard.
And I think they will. But I thought Sire, whoever was in there, I thought they hit some big, good runs.
I agree with you 100%. I thought it was a great job.
Somebody thought, there's some good shit in there.
There, roll it. I love it.
Maddox is a backup QB.
Yeah, there's a lot of Maddox. And
it is incredible how we've gone from how can the backup be so bad, I miss Maddox, to this backup is great, Maddox should never play again.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. Somebody called me out for the best part is they called me Kent, which Brad can appreciate. Kent is reading the comments.
I miss it.
Yeah, I don't know where that is, but
We always have jackass, number one. Number two, his first name is Kent, and our BJ's Bob. So everybody out there, BJ is Bob.
Now, I like this comment from Cosmic. Talked about the tempo. Loved the offensive tempo. What do you guys make of that? You got a backup quarterback coming off a bad week. They ran a lot of tempo early in the game. Is that something that
they
just
absolutely did.
helps keep Max in a rhythm?
Absolutely did, and it was awesome. But they got to. The key is the first down, right? Like you're not going to run tempo till you get a first down,
right?
And so they were able to. I mean, when you're running the ball at 7-8 yards, I know the average was 8 yards, but once you get the first down, it's way easier to run tempo. If you get stuff for nothing, it's hard to run tempo. And again, I assume that was probably part of the package last week, and let's just be flat out honest. Like San Diego State's defense and Colorado State defense, not even kind of the same.
But I agree with you. But there's two different kinds of tempos. There's tempo of get up on the ball and we're going to go as fast as we can, or tempo of we're going to get on the ball, check with me, 2 plays, where's safety rotation, we're going to run the ball away from the high safety, what's man, what zone. I think Boise State tonight, which the offensive staff did a great job. How many times did you see the running back flare out and come back in just to identify man coverage for Cutforth?
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of game planning. And I think their staff did a great job of using motion to identify coverage for Cutforth.
Yep. I thought the coaching staff did they showed a lot of improvement to me. They recognized last week was not good, and tonight I thought they did a great job. I thought Potter and that staff.
Yeah, I thought they had hard conversations last week.
And look, the fan base says it all the time. Oh, there needs to be hard conversations, and you know it. That happens behind the scenes. These guys want to win more than any fans want to win.
More than you'd ever know.
Now,
and you think the fans think they've had a hard conversation in the corporate world? Imagine sitting there in a chair and getting MF'd because he didn't think you installed it right. And those are conversations that we have had. Like, you are the dumbest son of a gun I've ever met.
What was that old Eli Drinkwitz quote? You know, there's Brian and then there's Harse. No, we talk about that another time.
To me, there's just Brian. Because I love Brian.
How about this from BJ? For the Nate Potter haters, this is the 4th game since going FBS that Boise State has had 250 rushing and 250 passing. First time since 2004. First time since 2004 they've had 250 rushing and 250 passing.
That's freaking awesome.
A balance.
Yeah.
We talked about tonight. So, balance.
I was unaware of that.
I don't pay attention to that. During watching the game, I don't pay attention.
I knew they did a great job running and throwing, and it was fun to watch. I mean, that's what everybody should be wanting to know. Like, was it fun to watch? Were you agonized? Like,
are you feeling better this week than last week?
Look, we got caught a lot of flack after the Nevada win on BNN for saying, look, a win's a win. It was ugly. We get it. There's improvement, but you win on a short week on the road.
There's nothing better than a win. But is everybody feeling better about this and that?
Yeah, I refuse to feel bad after a win. I don't care. I don't care about anything. If you don't feel good about a win in any part of your life, there's something wrong with you.
And what was the old saying that I don't know if I believe Spencer has it as well, but you know, when Brian was here, what did he say all the time? We're going to celebrate this one for 24 hours.
Exactly.
And that's, to me, if you're a fan, I get it. There's things that can be frustrating, things you can nitpick. Celebrate the wins. You're a fan. Enjoy the wins. Yeah. They don't always come. You could be a Colorado State fan, and God happened to place you in Boise, Idaho.
You shovel me in shit.
Hey, if you're still in the chat, continue to get your comments in. We are going to have.
Never said I'd be the line coach at Colorado State.
We are going to get. I want to talk to you about that off air a little bit, but we are going to have BJ Rains come on later. Cool. We're going to have interviews with Max Cutforth, Spencer Danielson, Zion Washington, who got an interception. I saw this, his first career interception. Felt like Zion Washington's been playing here since you were coaching here, 38 years. I mean, Kent, you probably recruited him in your second year here at Boise. Feels like he's been around so long, gets an interception. Jeremiah Irby grabs a couple tonight.
Hey, the other thing is, just because, you know what? It's the last home game, right?
Yep.
This is the last time the band's together.
Yep.
We're going to go to the message board, and we're going to answer your questions. And we're going to rip this until kingdom come. Bring your questions, and we're going to go.
You know, for everybody's
Rick's going to talk.
million questions that they have, like I would remind people Zion and Taylor Green are cousins.
Are they really?
Yeah, that was like a big deal early on. Yeah. And so for all the people like, oh, this, that, like, how's this affect? I don't know. Zion Washington's had a phenomenal career.
Yeah. Is it?
And
arguably,
how this affects that and blah, blah.
Zion's had a great career. I'll tell you what. Didn't go Green's way today.
Well,
Did Arkansas lose?
yes. But none of that,
somebody wear a kimono?
that wasn't my point anyway.
They were only 8.5-point dogs.
It was
it's
my point was more about everybody assumes like all these things.
Oh no, I misunderstood you.
And like, you know, sometimes like everybody's their own deal. They figure it out.
You're right. You're right.
That's all I was trying to.
You're right.
And how about this? We probably should talk about it. I don't know if you saw this on air from Grand Tetons. The QB Curry spitting on Jane Virgin Morgan. Did you guys catch that on the replay on TV
tonight?
No.
Tonight. So on the play that looked like a fumble that they ended up calling back and making a 2nd and goal.
Yes.
Their quarterback Jane Virgin Morgan was blocking him, and after the play, just spits on it. And you can see it on. We'll have to pull it up on Twitter. It's just clear as day. Loogie on no flag, nothing. Now I don't know. I mean, when you guys were coaching, and maybe they've changed the rules. Is there a suspension? Is that something that the Mountain West can review?
Well, first of all, I respect the quarterback. Sorry.
He plays for Colorado State, and you respect him?
I do.
Okay.
He's got some fire to him. I don't respect him spitting on anybody, but no. Yes, there is, by the way, and they can turn it in. He can be suspended. It never goes that way, but
it'll. I mean, it would have to be.
You can't. You spit.
They're not going to suspend Colorado State's third-string quarterback.
He spit on him.
Spit on him, clear as day.
That is awesome.
It's starting to make like some national lines, like because people on Twitter are like, "This is the."
Well,
this is
that's because the NFL.
They're like, "This is the clearest we've ever seen a spit in a football game," because the camera cut to him right as he spits.
That bad. Did not see it, but if it is that bad, I reserve judgment.
Cannon, grab your phone if you can. Find it on Twitter.
They may do something that I wouldn't have initially thought.
Yeah. Let's. We haven't talked about the defense much tonight. Now, and I'm not even going to put it on screen. There's been someone in the comments talking about how DeMario Warren's not a great coach. By the way, the cornerbacks were phenomenal tonight. They've been phenomenal for about 5 weeks.
That guy's a moron.
The DeMario Warren, it's actually there's a guy on Twitter who for about 2 months now has been putting out a tweet about like, doing this tweet every day until DeMario Warren gets fired. And then pretty much since the day he started that, the corner's been playing lights out. And he's acknowledged, he's like, at this point, it's just it's.
Do you know what I want to do in my next life? And I'm going to do it.
Fight that guy?
No, I don't. I can't fight, but I won't do that. What I want to do is I'm going to start a business, and I'm going to track everybody, and then I want to show up to the fan who is walking from the parking lot
because nobody's under their
from the parking lot to their business, and if they're not very good at their job, I want to yell at them.
Yeah. Give them a little bit of that medicine back.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Well, it doesn't matter. Maybe they are good at their job.
I hope they are.
No, but I'm saying somebody could just say they're not.
You were a really good special teams coordinator, but Joe Schmo said you weren't, so he can yell at you. So you know what? I want to yell at the guy who, in our world, I was a horrible offensive line coach during the banking industry's free fall. And you know what? I'm gonna find him. And you know what? I could do this because this is the last home game, boys. We can't get this band may not be back together next year. I can start my own deal next year.
Probably though. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll be sitting back here with you, dicks, next year.
I bring it up. Demario Warren, the defense forces. Yeah, give it a look. Riddle, I'll go to you here. Defense forces 4 turnovers tonight. I mean, give up a couple touchdowns late, but held them to 7 for about 50 minutes.
Oh my God! You can't do that. You can't do that.
He definitely did spit a loogie. It was.
It was pretty blatant.
I mean, there may
It was
be,
full of Copenhagen. That was a huge. That's like something. Like,
maybe
I chew a lot of Copenhagen.
there may be more repercussions than I originally thought.
That is huge.
And
You can't do that.
And that's gone like national. You've got like the
That's
Barstool
coming
guys
from
tweeting
me.
about it. So the
I
defense.
thought it was like in a pile or something.
It was
I didn't
brutal.
realize like, it was.
and the camera
It was like Spider-Man throwing a web out
the
there.
camera cuts to him right as he did it too. So there was no like 10 minutes. So the defense tonight. What did you think of the defense
I thought the
tonight?
defense was freaking awesome.
Yeah,
Which I felt like for the last
4 or 5 weeks.
I mean,
At
maybe like maybe since the first game.
I thought
mean,
they played well against USF outside of a couple blown plays.
Yeah,
And,
I thought they played last week really well. They were on the field too much.
Bronco Nation hated Boise State's game plan. San Diego State did the exact same thing.
It was the same game
exactly.
plan.
And the defense played very well. But yeah,
their
the
game
defense
plan won. Ours didn't.
I would just say this. So BJ was talking to you earlier. They threw for less than 35 yards. I don't know what it was.
last week. Yeah, the last 2 games, both losses, the opposing teams threw for a combined, I believe, 42
but
yards.
They ran for 198 or
something along those lines.
something like that. I don't know. I mean, if you give up 230 yards of defense and 17 points, like,
You're gonna win most of the time.
Every defensive coordinator tell you, like, if we give up 0, we'll never lose. I hear that. But it is you're counting on complimentary football, right? And I say the defense may kick an ass, like I do. And
guys, I have been the most critical. I have been very critical of the passing defense, really the corners, and I'll own it. Like I'll own it. You can't. I'll tell you this right now. If you had my opinion from the start of the season to where you are now, the corners coach deserves the coach MVP. What he has done with this corner group and the passing defense, I think he's done the greatest coaching job I've seen in a long time. And you have to give credit where credit is due.
And did it tonight without a Marion McCoy, who's an all-Mountain West caliber player. Demetrius Freeney, a backup, comes in and plays really well.
In the room.
No, instead, they got Irby to get 2 picks and a fumble recovery. I mean,
exactly. But how great is Schneider calling plays on when to pick and choose? I mean, he's running man, he's running zone, he's running zone blitzes, he's running man blitzes. You got to give the guys a lot of credit, and the defense that's the least of their issues.
I wrote an article about it last year after the first UNLV game and reiterated it after the second one.
ChatGPT?
Never in my life. I wrote about it. Man, the game plan he put on for those 2 UNLV games, just masterclass.
Game plan tonight.
Phenomenal.
Game plan.
Colorado State, not a good offense. I get it. But they never got up off the mat after that first shot.
You can't judge any coach or anybody by the team you're playing. You're just playing the team, right?
That's right.
And you can only game plan the team you're playing. And the team you're playing shit rotten. I get it. They're bad. But they shut them out. And we knew come pregame, we talked about they're going to have some explosive throws because that's their system. And the system's is dictated by the throw. We were going to have some big play passing, and they had it. We can't do that. I mean, it was a great game plan. I like the San Diego State game plan. It's just they were on the field too long.
Yep. Does Bronco Nation need to worry about Eric Chenander getting a new job? I mean, has he played well enough that
he can
Michigan or Nebraska or someone could give him a call?
Well, I mean, do we need, like, in my opinion, we need to worry about a lot of guys getting new jobs. But do I think they all understand they have a pretty good gig here? Yeah, I think they do. I mean, but
you got more issues on the top down than anything else.
Well, let's be real. I mean, every single guy on the staff here could get more money to go somewhere else. I think they understand that it would be maybe not as good a job.
More money, not better
Let's
job.
be honest with each other. We were in this situation. How many jobs you offer for more money?
Yeah.
How many jobs were offered for more money? When you talk to your families and you talk to your children and you come back to where you get to live, the people you get to deal with, what's better than living here? And that's what at the end of the day, you have to think of that.
Absolutely.
And I'll say this. I talked to at least one staffer who will keep anonymous that had an offer for more money, talked to their family about it, and they had kids, and the kids were like, we would totally beat them, and we love living here. We love our school. Why would we leave? And that was that. And they're still on staff.
That's the way it is.
Spencer Danielson on the spitting incident. Didn't see it live. Players told him, and then the refs came up and told them that they saw it from the replay and that the refs will handle it after the game. Is there anything the refs can do?
Spence, I would take a relook at that. Love you, brother.
He also
said he didn't see it live,
but he saw it on the replay, or players told him about it.
I would write it in just because screw those guys.
Yeah. He also said proud of the
I have never ever seen it that bad.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to go behind your players, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
And I've done some disrespectful shit, but I would never spit on another man.
Yeah. Also said proud of the game plan and coaches put together. Still a lot of meat on the bone with some of the mistakes that they made. Let's get negative for a second. What meat was left on the bone? What meat was left on the bone?
Good question.
The onside kick. I think it's a bad spot when you've had an often criticized special teams to give up a surprise onside there with about 11 minutes left. That's about it. That's all I've got. That's all I've got.
But that's somebody making a play that's a surprise onside kick. You got to have that conversation. Yeah, you have to have the conversation with a player.
Now, I'll say this. Should they have been prepared for that? 11 minutes left. You're up by 3 scores. Like, my contention is, like, you don't need a good return there. You should probably be a little bit more aware of it in that spot.
Red, like, you were the special teams coordinator.
Are you going to put your hands team out there and then watch them kick the ball down there? You got one returner back, have the ball at the 4. I mean,
my opinion is this.
Shit happens.
Hey, alert for the special team or alert for the onside kick.
We had a guy literally right there.
Make the play. Make the play.
Fair. A lot of comments that we should acknowledge.
We need guys like my man Brock Barr when they tried that Nevada.
Unsung hero.
Yeah.
That's a name. Bronco Nation doesn't know about Brock Barr, but that's a name.
Yeah.
Unsung hero.
Do have a lot of comments worth noting. A lot of drops. A lot of dropped passes right in the hands. Cam Bates had 2. I know Latrell Campbell's had 1 or 2. Lauder had 1.
We didn't throw the ball much last week. We're changing quarterbacks. I mean, things are different. Have these guys worked together? Absolutely, all that. Do guys need to concentrate more to catch the ball? Absolutely.
Snatch the ball.
There's a little bit.
Snatch the ball out of the air. There's contested catches are different, but like the one on the 30 on the drag route
in the chest,
that should be caught. Latrell Capel's ball, that's a drop. I mean, we're not contested catches.
I'm not arguing that at all. I'm just saying, like, guys need to catch the ball.
Well, and I mean, you guys have all the experience here, but I'll rely a little on my experience here from being, a high school wide receiver.
I got to pee.
You know what they say? You know what my coach say? Catch the damn ball, right? At the end of the day, got to catch the ball. I think it's been an issue. I think it's fair to acknowledge that. And if you're wanting to beat San Diego State and potential Mountain West championship, you need that. Danielson did mention here Mac's going to be the guy until Maddox comes back and doesn't expect Madsen to play against Utah State. So it sounds like we're going to get another week of Max Cutforth, and he played well. And I think you can feel confident going into Utah State. If you're a member of Bronco Nation, we have a quarterback and a passing game good enough to win games.
Absolutely. But I would still say, like, this isn't all Max Cutforth. It's on the other 21 guys on offense and defense to make it work. Like, give him a chance, make sure he can do what he is capable of doing. Like, we don't need Max to show up and be Tom Brady.
No.
Peyton Manning.
No.
Like, he needs to show up and just, when a guy's open, hit him. And he did that tonight.
Yeah, and again, I think if you just look at the box score, it's not gonna paint the accurate picture because there were some drop issues. Easily could have thrown for 300 yards.
Absolutely.
When it was all said and done. And look, not always a quarterback sack, but how about this? 7 of 13 on third down, just over 50%.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. And a couple of those early in the game. I mean, that first drive, that's 3rd and 9. That's
absolutely.
a tough spot to convert, and sure enough, he goes out and does it. I think
hit Luttrell on a stop route right over the middle.
Yep.
I mean, freaking awesome.
Yeah, and again, if we're being critical, missed a couple deep balls, but on a lot of that intermediate stuff over the middle, and
so many deep balls are. I mean, there's a lot of variation that goes into that.
Yeah, certainly. And when you throw 3, the difference between 0 for 3 and 1 from 3 looks night and day, right? But yeah, I thought Max Cutforth looked good. I thought he showed a lot of good things, and like Utah State is not. I'll put it this way: Utah State's defense is closer to Colorado State's and San Diego State's. So you go in there next week, that's going to be a winnable game. It's going to be another chance for Max Cutforth to prove that he can handle business. And look, control what you can control. Boise State, if they win, they have a chance to get to the Mountain West Championship game. That's all you can ask for.
Is it going to be Max Cutforth?
Yeah, so while you're gone, Maddox Madsen will not be back next week against Utah State. Max Cutforth will be the guy again, and according to Spencer Danielson. And I think you can win with Max Cutforth in Logan. I think he showed enough that you can win with him. And I even think, I don't know, maybe this is hot takey for some of our negative fans. I think you get a rematch down in San Diego. I think you can beat San Diego State with Max Cutforth.
Hit him in the mouth.
I would agree.
That shit still bothers me, dude. That guy.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, I think our players understand all that stuff. And if they have the opportunity, they'll take care of business.
Well, you talked about, I mean, Sean Lewis makes the comment about kind of bullying Boise State. I mean, you talk about if you get a week of locker room, I mean, and I'm sure some of the, the clipboard locker room materials overplayed. I don't think that's one that'll get overplayed.
You're absolutely when he says that. But I'm just telling you, like, that's not, it's not like, coach told us that on Monday or Sunday or whatever, and now we're ready for it. It's like that is every day, and it's in preparation every day.
He called you to the carpet.
Yeah.
Are you going to answer as a human being?
Let's be honest. I mean, he in the locker room, those guys are saying he called us pussies.
If Boise State gets the opportunity to play them in the Mount West Conference title and the game's announced on Saturday, I would hope those players will put a ball down on Monday and go, you know what? I'm going to throat punch you and you're done. I'm going to snatch souls and we're going to run the ball up your, you know what? I've cursed too much apparently.
Yeah. You put about 5 beers in the curse prayer there. Yeah.
But that's where I hope if that opportunity comes. And I love Sean. I do. I think he's a really good football coach.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's really good. But
he's a Wisconsin guy.
What he said, I really hope they shove it right up because he should not spout his mouth. Understand where you're at, right? And San Diego State, great. Go to the beach. Trust me, I love San Diego. You know what I mean? We live there. My family's there. But you're not blue collar, man. You're not that guy. So don't start spouting off of the mouth. when we can come back and whoop your behind come 2 weeks from now, if the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, still got to take care of Utah State and hope some other things go your way. San Diego State marching, by the way. They're down inside the 5. Blatant OPI that didn't get called. But that's why, as a receiver, always commit OPI. Always. Make them call it. Every time.
What else we got?
How do you guys feel about this comment? Somebody mentioned, I think I lost it.
Somebody said I'm looking like I'm going to have twins, and I kind of feel them. Like, it's probably only one, but I hear him.
Somebody made the comment of Cutforth feels like Brady replacing Bledsoe. Are you guys there? Are you like, yeah, this could be the guy for Boise State's program over the next 2-3 years? Or is that not calling him Tom Brady, but just taking the starting job?
Yes, I do feel like we have Tom Brady
you feel like
waiting in the wings.
So I think we beat Kansas City Chiefs next week. No.
0-5 in one-score games. If you get it close.
I would just say this. Like,
what are we doing? No, I don't.
I feel like there are people that have a lot better sample size than we have. And I feel like Maddox's sample size is pretty damn good. I mean, he was 12-2 last year.
Yeah. For the people that hated Cutworth last week, now you love Cutworth. Congratulations. Now you have 2 quarterbacks. He's still a backup.
Yeah, that's why. To me, it looked like very good backup quarterback play. Like, didn't hit on the deep balls, didn't make a lot of plays. And that's a compliment, because coming into the game, a lot of people felt he wasn't even backup quarterback play. But
hey,
all I'd say, if Maddox is healthy, Maddox is your guy.
He's the starting quarterback.
Cutforth is the Tommy Stewart to Brett Rippon. If you know, you know. Like, I don't even know what that means.
Here's what I would say.
I know what that means.
I see we are getting the message
I'm
board.
not sure
Let's
we're
go.
on the same.
Here's what I would say. If you really know, you know that the comparison there is Chase Cord, the best quarterback the Bronco Nation never got to see.
I guess my point being that might be somebody that actually knows. I love my man T. Stu. Like,
he's not Brett Rippon.
T. Stu and Brett Rippon were not close.
Yeah,
and I assume that's somebody that knows.
Maybe that's what he means. He's like, hey, Tommy Stewart, great guy, decent quarterback.
I love
not Brett
my man
Rippon.
Team Stu. I'm just waiting to hear what Bear defense.
I don't think I ever heard a negative thing about Tommy Stewart while he was playing here. Not a one. Score update: Fresno is up 10-7 on Utah State. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's Utah State watch. If you're a Boise State fan, I believe a Utah State win over Fresno State means that Boise State controls their own destiny.
For sure.
There you go.
All right, what else we got? Hey, this is the last home game, boys, so rip through it.
Yeah. I mean, look, we touched on the special teams, touched on the defense. Message boards.
I've talked enough about Boise State.
Team Tommy. We got Marshall.
I feel
has
like
made more
that might
drops
actually be Tommy Stewart type of name.
Yeah, is Yo Your Mama? Tommy Stewart would name his page Yo Your Mama.
What did Yo Yo Mama say?
This is what he means. Still Team Tommy. Team Tommy Stewart.
Dude, Yo Mama, I wanted to buy that guy a beer.
Tommy Stewart mentioned. Yeah.
Right? Wasn't that the guy for the pregame? Yo Mama. He was so negative.
How come nobody mentions Nick Patty? Does that name mean anything? Were you guys here for the Nick Patty era?
I miss Nick Patty.
Okay.
I'm sure we can narrow it down to a handful of people that were texting that. But
hey, so
here's your Guinness.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. If you are still around, stick around. BJ Rains is on his way. We're going to have interviews from Spencer Danielson,
awesome,
from Zion Washington, from Max Cutforth. That's the offense player who went up. So
hey,
gonna get to hear from all of them.
Throw on the message board and throw the chat. What do they call that shit?
The ICCU YouTube chat.
ICC YouTube chat. What do you guys want to see next week for Boise State?
There you go. What do you want to see next week?
That's a fair
great
topic.
question.
Yeah.
Great question. And how about this? Taco Bell turning point of the game. The moment that the game shifted. I know when you're hungry, the moment that shifts is when you pull into that Taco Bell and get your meal. What was your turning point of the game for Boise State today?
On the Postgame Show.
Yeah.
Rid called Tommy Stewart.
Oh, Tommy Stewart.
Rid, we were up
the
there.
turning point of the game. Can I give my turning point of the game?
Yeah,
The opening kickoff.
it's America. Man.
The opening kickoff when Colorado State kicked off to Boise State. That was it. That was the moment.
Yeah, I tell you what,
over.
you're slack.
Yeah, we're just way better than they are.
Yeah, that's just.
I mean,
It's a game that coming in, and I put in my preview. It's a game that Boise State should win fairly convincingly, and they did. And they didn't play so well that you're like, wow, it wasn't 70-0. This is a national championship.
it wasn't
but it was a good
perfect,
win. But it was a good win.
We talked about what happened. It was in the first quarter, and I said if in the first quarter did Colorado State go for it on fourth down, and it was either the first or the second. And I thought that is like, if this happens and they fail and they don't get it, I think Boise State wins by 30. And I can't remember what it was, but we talked about it, and it was like, if they lose this, it's over. Like, we were like, cool, we're tailgating in the second half. And I swear it was on the 50. And I'm sorry, guys, I can't remember.
I believe, and I can try to pull this up quickly. I believe because each team scored on the opening drive of the game.
yes, it is.
I believe Utah State punted.
Utah State or
Colorado State,
Colorado
excuse me.
State. It's
Yeah,
up
you
to
got me. You got me. On the third drive of the game, they
Colorado
punted.
State sucks. Utah State's a good football team.
Colorado State punted from plus territory.
Yes,
So maybe that might be the moment. So, any other thoughts? Final thoughts? Kent Riddle, Brad Bedell. BJ Reigns coming in.
Where's our fourth mic? I've decided this is the last home game, so we're gonna ride this shit over.
I guess I got to join you guys. I heard you guys have had a couple during the show here.
That's allegedly.
We've got a phone call to Tommy Stewart live, so that's
already happened.
That's where we're
okay. Awesome.
And first of all, if they're complaining, we've had a couple.
I'm not complaining.
This is the last home game. We got the band together.
Hey,
who knows? We've addressed the complaining in the message board. What was your turning point of the game?
The Taco Bell.
Turning point of the game.
Before halftime, when they got the fumble. Was it a fumble recovery? The quarterback had a first down, was running.
That was it.
They then they come down and get a touchdown, and then they go quick 3 and out, come back and get a field goal before half. 10 quick points in the last 3 minutes of that.
You said that.
That was better than my answer.
And that was, and you know what else? That made a lot of people happy.
I actually agree. Your answer, kickoff.
Yeah.
We were way better than they were.
Yeah.
And it
would you have said at the start of the game?
I did. I in my article I put in a 20-point win. That's.
What did you guys think have you guys talked about the onside kick they got yet? And
talked about it a little bit. Yeah.
All of a sudden it went from very comfortable. All of a sudden they're up 13 there with.
Yeah, and then Boise State rebounded.
Why did they go onside again? I guess, or why did they at that point? There was still 9. I know, but why did there was still 9 minutes left? They're only down 13.
Because it's Colorado State and they suck.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess trying
Someone
to.
said Amish rain, so I look like it might have.
I can't argue with that.
We have Amish Bob.
Hey, I don't want you guys to be the only one taking shrapnel in the chat here. So I figured.
Riz, somebody said Riz looked like he's about to have twins. This is the greatest night of all time. That's what
I was hoping Rid didn't see that one.
Greatest.
I was hoping Rid didn't see
I saw it.
The New Mexico night with Sanford and okay.
Yeah,
That's the best.
I've been fat all my
still
life.
Here about when the firing was probably happening.
Oh, that was on me.
We were here until about 3 in the morning doing that.
When I said I think Andy Avalos will be fired if things don't work out well, and that kind of I got a lot of.
I'm glad I wasn't in media.
And I would just say we had
season.
no idea.
Someone said, "Can I confirm?" I told Riddle that Potter might not have called the plays. I don't know what you're bringing up, but I told you that some fans were saying they didn't think he did. I didn't say that I thought
You
Potter
did not. No.
Yes. I said there are people on social media claiming.
I just said there was a social media rumor, and that is 100% false.
And
That's dumb.
we got about $20 in the swear jar off of that one.
I heard.
So-
I heard it's more than that overall, but
That's allegedly.
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 you were looking for your $10 to
No,
put
I've been good.
have you? All right, that's good.
Maybe.
Good for your standard. Good for your standards. I
mean,
guess.
Are you kidding? I've been good for the best
You
part
know
of
what?
the year.
It's a Saturday at 10 o'clock, and yes, we want to try to keep this PG to PG-13, but we're at a bar.
This is
and
the
it's 10 o'clock
last
on a Saturday.
time. It's
We're
the
way beyond
home
that,
game.
BJ. If folks,
It's the last home game. Let's
if folks
go.
have a huge problem with it, I apologize, but there is a
Suck it.
well. I was going to respectfully say there is something called "Don't Watch." You can if you have
I
an
want
issue
them
with
to
it.
watch.
No, we
Because you know
need
what?
the page views.
I want the kids to be in
Yeah.
the BNN and let's live Boise State football.
How do you feel about Middle Eastern politics?
You guys really have gone off the 17-7. By the way, Fresno State scored again.
Yeah, just scored a 43-yard touchdown pass.
How about Oregon?
E.J. Warner back in at quarterback.
Kurt Warner's son. They went back to him.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the tweets when he got benched. Kurt Warner and his wife had some pointed dots on Twitter about E.J. Warner getting benched.
So I don't know if you guys mentioned it or not, but Spencer said Maddox will not be back next week.
Correct.
Said, you know, he kind of couched it at the end, but he basically said not expecting him, probably won't have him. And he said Max is the guy until Maddox gets back. So there was that also happening. I don't know if you talked about that, but there was a lot of folks saying, is there a QB controversy now when he comes back?
We did have someone
There's a
compare Max
complete-
Cutforth to Tom Brady.
Complete QB controversy.
Yeah, one's better than the other. Matt,
I did see some folks saying that the drops from the receivers were because they were, that he throws the ball harder, I guess, or that he had better spin on the ball or something.
There was one.
Red. I
sure.
brought that up when we were watching that game live. The throw to the corner of the end zone,
Which
with
I would
Louder,
expect him to next time make that throw.
Okay, we can
catch.
talk about that positive all you want. It was like this. I thought I was watching Major League. Give him the heater, Ricky. He threw the ball so
Ben Steele,
hard.
Brett Favre.
Here's a story. We're practicing. This is actually a true story. We're practicing in Green Bay, and we're in Lambeau, and Brett Favre throws a 90-mile-an-hour fastball
to the guy that like just signed a day
the
ago.
4-string tight end. And it goes through his hands, and Favre, like, you got to catch that. You got to catch. Steele walks up to him and he
Laughing
goes,
his ass off.
he laughed his ass. He goes, "You're not the one who's going to be cut tomorrow, dick." And I swear to God, that's a true story. And Favre looks at him and he goes, "Catch the ball." And that's how I felt on the court of the end zone.
There were a couple of those.
When he threw it to Louder, it was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And I'm like, dude, just loft it. He's wide open. Just loft it.
I will say the one throw he made rolling out near the sidelines and hit Chase Penry, and Chase Penry kept his foot in and fall.
Yeah.
That was a big-time throw and a big-time catch.
But we all want 100% Max Cutforth, right? Like, he's 75% and growing. Like, I mean, it's
that was
like,
his first real, quote-unquote, real game where he didn't have a monsoon to deal with.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the
we
guy
all want the best version of him today. Like, let him grow.
I get it. But he's not throwing for the mile an hour per hour record at the combine.
Well, you can say
That's what I'm saying. Like, let him figure that out.
It'll learn.
next
And,
week.
when he
Next
was
week.
missing for the most part, he was overthrowing guys. I mean, he clearly has some arm strength. I mean, that's.
Oh,
and I'm not
he's-
saying
he's
whose
got a
arm's
live
better or whatever.
arm.
I'm just saying he
I
can
know.
clearly throw the ball. First play of the game, I love to see him come out and throw the ball, down the field. And then the 3 or 4 open guys that he did miss, but he overthrew them. So I mean, I don't think the arm strength. I mean, he can throw the ball.
Well, if you overthrow the ball down the field, like if you're outside the hashes, probably an incompletion. If you overthrow the ball inside the hashes, deep, no worse than a punt.
Right.
The worst thing can happen to you is overthrowing balls in the middle of the field on short.
Those are pick balls. I agree with you 100%. But Colorado State they did not play a lot of 2-high safety. They did not. A lot of 3, a lot of man, a lot of 1 high. They just refuse to say you're not going to run the ball on us.
And I'll say this
Again, very, very hard to change who you are, right?
I agree with you.
They, I thought Potter and Cutforth did a good job. They took deep shots to keep Colorado State honest, right? Because we've seen some teams they'll load the box and they'll play that that one single high safety 10 yards off the ball, saying take a deep shot, we dare you. Boise State took enough deep shots that Colorado State at least had to play honestly. They kept them on their toes.
The greatest thing about throwing the ball deep when you have the opportunity is to, okay, I can still hurt you.
Yep.
I can still hurt you.
Now,
and the one thing that I would say, and BJ, we talked about in the pregame, and I'm going to say it again with you here, is I thought they did a great job of accounting for the safety in the box to the tight end side for Malik to roll back the inside zone for touchdowns. And that gave those tight ends, you got to give the offensive staff a lot of credit. You got to give everybody. They accounted the two tight ends to combo to that safety to hang a linebacker in the box to know it's going to cut back. And when you do that, it results in touchdowns.
Now, I know you're going to disagree with me, Rid, on this, but I'll say it. I don't care. I thought this game plan made what they did tonight offensively, and I know there was weather last week. I know that San Diego State's defense is clearly better than Colorado State's. I know it's not the same, but I thought some of the stuff I said I wanted to see pregame. We saw trick play. We saw more passing. To me, it makes last week's game plan even harder to understand because I just
I would just say this: our coach is not allowed to learn.
Well, yeah, but
if that's the case, I'd like to see a little bit sooner. Like we talked about the in-game adjustments, and I know you guys say it's not that easy, whatever.
Well,
I don't know why it takes till Sunday to realize, Max Cutforth can actually throw the ball. Let's let him throw a little bit.
Now, hold
Let's
on.
run a trick play.
Hold on, Red. Let me stop you there. We talked about on the show on Monday. Like, did we not talk about, like, there's some hard conversations going on in that building. They're watching this film, and somebody with a controller here, I'm going to say it's Potter, because what are you doing? Why are you installing it this way?
You're talking to the other offensive coaches?
Yeah. What are you doing here? How did you teach it? Well, I want to know. I want to know what you're doing. And
there was no reason for 22 runs in a row. That was asinine. That did not need to happen.
Well, yeah, but hold on. You're as good as the people on that board. It's like
asinine.
The weather has to dictate.
A strong word.
Like, okay, let me get this. Okay, BNN. Would you hand BNN to me?
Are you sober?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not. You wouldn't, would you?
No.
Correct. So, are you going to hand the keys to a car with a quarterback in a monsoon?
Handing him the keys and saying on a couple third downs, throwing a couple more. I wasn't wanting him to throw 50 times last week. I just thought there was a couple spots that could have done a little more.
It's fair, but 22 runs.
I knew you guys weren't going to agree with me. That's fine.
Which one specifically?
There was a 3rd and 4 where they had Sider Gaines run it for 1 yard and had to punt.
Where was the ball?
About the 35-yard line on the far side coming at me in the corner of the press box. Second quarter.
Just so we're on the same page, so you have the advantage of looking at the result than they did.
Yeah, but also when you score 7 points,
You guys are coaches. You have your philosophy. I'm sure yours is probably more right than mine is. I'm not.
I'm just saying,
CEO of
I'm just saying it's easy to cherry pick. At the end of the day, when it didn't work,
I understand that. I personally thought the game plan, even with the rain, was way too vanilla last week. Personally, and I thought, well, I'm not saying they should have thrown it 40 times. They could have done a little more.
Based on today, they figured that out.
That just to me it makes last week even more puzzling to figure out why they didn't do some of this last week. Why did it take a 7-point loss to realize?
I'm sure if they could go back, they'd probably change it.
Wait, hold on. What'd you say?
I would say with Cutforth's performance tonight, I bet you Potter's wishing he didn't throw it more.
Yeah, I mean, but it's easy to look back and say like we should. That's my point. Like, I'm sure they'd our plan that we had kept us close, didn't work. Like, fuck, we probably should do something else.
Fair. We had a trick play tonight.
I saw that 2 weeks ago. I was out at practice. Me and Chris were out there 2 weeks ago before the San Diego State game. Saw him run that play. Pretty much to the exact same thing.
You're allowed to talk about that?
Well, now that they ran the play, I probably can't.
Which one?
The backwards pass to Cam Bates, and then he threw it to Wagner with the one-handed the trick play there.
Yeah.
That's been in the game arsenal for a couple weeks. Spencer said in the post-game press conference they had some other trick plays in the arsenal today also that were ready to go.
Red? Can I say it? No. Oh. You can't. I can't. You predicted it? You saw it live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think what I actually said in the box, because that was right after they got a pick or a fumble or something happened, and you're at midfield.
It was on the logo.
And I said, perfect time for a trick play or a shot. And sure enough, that was what, I mean, isn't change midfield, change of possession right there? That was late second quarter, right? Was that when they were scoring those points before halftime?
Yeah.
Overall, now, do you believe the coaches, when like the players and coaches, they know what they need, right? They know they need Fresno to lose. They know what has to happen, right? I mean, there was a lot of lip service after the game in terms of, oh, we're just going to worry about Utah State, and they'll tell us if we're in the championship and all this.
I tried to have Nathan explain it to me. I don't think I really don't. I think they better win next week. And then
the easiest way is Fresno, who's now up 17-7, needs to lose. And then you need San Diego State to win the last two games. Because if they fall into a tiebreaker with two losses,
correct.
I believe Fresno and San Diego did not play, which would screw up the head-to-head that Boise State would have over Nevada or UNLV. UNLV or New Mexico.
Well, Hawaii losing yesterday helps because now San Diego can drop. Because in these hypothetical three-way ties, if San Diego gets elevated, as long as you have tiebreak over New Mexico or UNLV,
but it only counts if everybody played everybody. And San Diego State and I don't think San Diego State and New Mexico
correct.
played.
But once you break the initial tie, it then goes back where Boise State would have the second spot. So
you're saying computers give it to San Diego State?
Yes, if computers give it to San Diego State, which more than you have to have a degree in applied math to start to understand some of the stuff that they've done.
Fresno State has to lose a game.
Don't you guys miss divisions?
Fresno State has to lose a game.
Yes.
Don't you miss divisions? We played everybody.
When we're in the future,
but
and this whole thing gets scrapped.
Fresno State has to lose.
So Fresno State doesn't have to lose, but you guarantee your path if Fresno State loses. If Fresno
putting it up to computer rankings,
you put it up to the computer,
which would probably favor Boise State.
Go to division.
I would think they favor Boise State. We played a way tougher schedule.
Two of the three, as of yesterday, favored Boise. There's four in there.
Notre Dame did hang 70 tonight.
Yeah.
Does win-loss percentage matter? Like, does Notre Dame winning by 70 to whatever matter?
I don't know how all those people put their metrics together in their ranking.
It does. Okay. Yeah, to SP plus it does.
Yeah, I'm not very smart at that, but to answer your question, because you asked it, I think you know what? I think there's talk.
In the building, they know nothing matters unless they win.
I think it's talked about like you got to win. Like we have to win, guys, and we need help. Right? But if you don't win, it means nothing.
Exactly.
Now it is worth noting the way some of these metrics work, they do incorporate margin of victory. So if you're going into this Utah State game, I mean, you guys having been, and you've never been in this world because this is the first time we've ever had.
No, we have not.
This is the first time they've ever included metrics like this where margin of victory matters.
I'm not even sure Boise State's going to be favored at Utah State. Are they, you think?
Yeah, they will.
Oh, no, they will be.
They will be.
Utah State's a five. I mean, maybe tonight helped, but I mean,
Boise State by 3.5.
Off a record, I think they'll be
3.5. But it's not like they're going. You're talking about margin of victory and running up the score. I mean, they got to win the game first.
So take like SP Plus for example. Let's say they have Boise favored by 3. If you win by 17 or even 14, that's going to boost your SP Plus rating. Is this something that in game the coaching staff says, "Hey, we're up 10. We've got the ball with 3 minutes left. We could just run our 4-minute drill, but if we get an extra touchdown, it can help us in the computers, which might help us out."
So we're on the same page.
Coaches have that conversation. Not happening.
Not even kind of.
They don't go in knowing we need this.
I really appreciate. Like I've learned a lot with dealing with you in the past year. I don't know what an SP Plus rating is.
There's
The guy named Bill Connolly works for ESPN, put together his own kind of sabermetrical analytical rankings.
So it's favoring the SEC.
Or care about that.
No, not SP Plus. They top 3 in SP Plus is Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon.
So SP Plus?
Yeah, SP
Is that a sunscreen?
So the top 3 are Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon.
I believe so, yeah.
Which is probably why we never hear about it, because it does not involve an SEC team.
I don't. No, it's not.
So
it's
I'll have to
you
say
win.
the coaching
And you know
staff.
what? Hang a 50 burger on somebody.
Well, there you go. There you go.
That's not going to be, regardless of who's favored, that's not going to be an easy game, though. Playing in Logan, we talked about it on the pregame show.
Let's just start with, they're not going to Logan thinking like, let's just figure out how to hang 50 on these guys.
You got to win the game. Yeah.
They're starting with like, how do we beat these guys?
What'd you see, Brad, from the drops today? Did you guys talk about that, all the drops? And I mean, Max Cutforth could have had, you mentioned the one, but there was 2 or 3 others where he's hitting the guy in stride.
The 30 on the drag.
Caples had at least had one. Cam Bates had, I think, 2.
Louder.
I mean, there was. I mean, is that contagious? Is that contagious at all, or is that bad technique?
I think some of them, the louder drop, don't throw it 90 miles an hour. In my opinion, he's wide ass open. Take something off.
Both sides will learn.
Yeah,
both sides will learn.
Just take something off of it. But I think the drops. And I said this in the pregame. Now, it'd be nice to see 3 or less drops. There was more
Max's
drops.
Second start or whatever, but
I don't put most of the drops on him though. Most of those looked like they were right there.
No. I'm just saying, like
the 90 mile an hour fastball.
Last week they didn't throw the ball a whole bunch. This week they did. They'll all work together and figure it out.
Yeah, but maturity goes with Zach and everything else. Like when he's there tomorrow, like, hey, take something off this ball. Like he's wide open. There's nobody going to undercut it. Like just take something off and deliver a home run. That's a touchdown, right? And then on the 30, same exact thing. You're out of the pocket. You flushed. You're coming back to the press box side, right? Just throw a nice easy ball, and there's nobody going to undercut it. If you do have to deliver the fastball, like Latrell, back going away from the press box side, right? You had to put a little bit more heat on it because he had to fit it in the zone. He had to fit in the window. He just dropped it.
Well, as we said, he clearly has an arm. I mean, a couple of those.
He's got a cannon.
Well,
fucking cannon.
And look, I don't necessarily have the answers on it, but just from a math standpoint, career high drop rate for Latrell Caples this year. Not even just this game, like this season, going back to when Maddox was playing. Same for Matt Lauder. Chris Marshall is one of the highest drop rates in the conference.
Get on the jugs work after practice or something.
Something's been going on. Like this group, they got to catch the ball. It's been an issue all season long, and I think at some point, you got to catch the ball. At the end of the day, that's what you're getting paid to do.
Speaking of Latrell Caples, that was a scary situation there when he went down. I don't know how much you guys talked about that, but he eventually got up and walked off. But I was having flashbacks to the Jaden Mickey situation there where he's when he fell, guys, I don't know if you saw, but he was not moving there. That was a scary situation for Latrell Caples. He eventually does get up, walks off. Spencer said he's likely in concussion protocol. He's walking around. It's
quick turnaround.
Not having to go to the hospital or anything, it sounds like. He said he hadn't talked to the trainers, but obviously didn't come back in the game, I don't believe. But he did say concussion protocol. When you have a short week, that might be tough you all of a sudden go to say what you want about the drops or whatever. I still think he had, 6 or 7 catches?
7 grabs, 70 yards.
I mean, if you all of a sudden have to go into Logan without now all of a sudden Marshall,
top
Chris Marshall, better be ready.
Yeah, I was going to say, and now no Caples. I mean, he's clearly been the main target for.
Better be ready.
He's clearly been the main target for Cutforth. Yeah. He had 8 targets last week, was a game high, and I think 8 or 9 tonight.
Because you trust your best guys,
and I would think Chris.
But he's out. All of a sudden, that receiving group is.
No, I would also think Chris is ready to go.
He was walking around on the field. I didn't see any boot, no nothing tonight.
I would think he's ready to go.
Now, I don't know. Did you guys see the replay on that? Because the replay that I saw, he didn't get hit in the head. He went limp, landing on his shoulder. So I mean, if he says he's in concussion protocol, and it looked like he may have gotten knocked out, but when I saw the replay, there was no helmet-to-helmet contact. I was very confused. Maybe there's a PT in the chat who can help explain what happened there, or maybe someone saw a different replay than the one I saw. But the one I saw, there wasn't even helmet-to-helmet contact; just went down. And
I didn't see
Brad, what age would you let your? What age should I know your kid plays tackle football, right?
He does.
What grade did he start?
7th grade.
Okay.
I will not let him play anything before that.
Okay.
I will not.
Well, you can't now. He's already in.
Well, 7th. But hey, hold on. The other reason, and I want to say this clearly because I respect the Optimist program here in town.
Yeah.
It's not the head-to-head combat. It's not that. It's this. Oh, this is gonna sound really bad.
I'm not trying to put you in a bad spot here. I have two young kids. They both play flag. They want to play.
And Rid, I know you'll respect this. It's some coach saying that we're going to do punt block and we're going to come from both sides. It's that kind of thing. It's not where I can't control the drills that are happening that I know aren't going to hurt a young man. And take my kid out of it. It's not my kid. My kid's a part of a team. But when I'm in part of that situation, it's not my kid, it's all kids. And I will never condone somebody who's going to go head to head in a stupid drill that will cause somebody's injury for their young man.
It's the experience and technique of the coaches.
Correct.
And some of that kind of stuff.
I've seen some stuff, trust me, and I will never share it on air. Sure. I've seen some stuff. I've seen some stuff through reconditioning. I've seen some stuff. This is the greatest game that has ever been. And I know some of you guys are basketball people. I'm not. We've talked about that. This is the greatest game that has ever been put out. That's like baseball is America's pastime. I love baseball, but football is America's passion. And you have to control these young men who want to play, because I want these kids that are 13 to play when they're 18. And that's my problem. And you asked a question, and I went on a tangent.
No, I have two kids that play flag football. They're 8 and 10. And every time I see a moment like today where Latrell Caples is laying motionless on the field, I am more convinced that I'm not going to let my kids play tackle football.
I've had more guys that I've coached never put pads on until 9th grade. When they're bigger and more ever. But I've also coached guys like Jeremy McNichols who have been playing tackle football since he's 5.
So
everybody's different. And your experiences manifest everything.
The first game I didn't play till I was my freshman year of high school, and I fared okay. I never went to an NFL game till the first NFL game I played in. Like Raiders, Chargers, Rams. My parents were like, if you can play college football, you've hit the big time. If you can play in the Rose Bowl, you're a god. And that's my past was college football. But the kids, and I want to stress this in the Boise area, let your kids play tackle football. But you have to understand the coaches. And I think Optimist does a good job. Idaho Football League does a good job. And for your sons, and if you called me off the air and said, hey, should my son? I was like, yeah, absolutely. Because it's a great game.
It says, someone said it's really too, I can't read the first word there. Too hard, maybe you should have said. Maybe it's a shame there's not more opportunity for adults to get trained on how to properly coach youth football.
Well, you know what? Hey, putting it at you. I will tell you this right now. Optimist Football with Jerron, they actually take their coaches and put them a 5-day coaching clinic. And they've asked Rid, you were a part of that.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of people that are part of that. They make an effort to treat and tackle the safe way. Like the old school ways, like where you were played a long time ago. And when I played, it's a rugby style
issues.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not scared. I mean, it's the way I am.
Somewhere there's a video of me like flopping around on the field.
You broke your back
in the Oregon State game.
But they do a good job of teaching rugby style tackling to get your head out of it. And that's the way Boise State tackles. Schmedding brought it years ago, and that's the way he's tackling with the Denver Broncos. And that's the way it goes.
Let's get one more take on this game and get out of here. You're going to laugh at me when I say this, but I have to go to Maui tomorrow morning for the I have to get up early, I guess I'll say that, to get out for the Maui Invitational this week.
Are you taking the kids?
No.
The family?
Nope, solo.
You're an asshole.
Solo.
Not even bringing me.
See, they would say it the other way. If I take my family, everyone complains, "Oh, you're free trip on the subscribers for
Why
your family."
are you listening to them?
Good point. But no, solo trip, quick trip. Brad, the most encouraging thing from this game that take to move forward is what?
I've said it, and I'm gonna get blasted, and I've been told that this. I told it on Monday. They actually put the ball down and said, "We're gonna beat your ass," and it happened in the run game. Protection was solid, and they also came out in the pregame show. The first play of the game, throw. They went more 50-50. Right, so they had those conversations, and it resulted in opening up the offense, and everybody's going to say like, "Oh, they missed the deep ball," but it's the threat of the deep ball. They were behind the safety; he was wide ass open. So let's work on that rather than scheming something to get him behind the safety. And that's, I'll tell you what, I think Potter did an unbelievable job. Shenander. I mean, that's the least of their problems. I think he is.
He's awesome.
I think Shenander is one of the best defense coordinators in the country.
Yeah, we're lucky to have him.
And you're lucky to have him. And you know what? You're going to have to pay to keep him.
And you guys talked about, I think I was reading the comments, ever since he moved down to the field.
Oh, he's big time. And you know what? All you guys.
They paid to keep him this year, by the way. All right, he got a huge raise this year.
Guess what? Pony up.
Yeah. Nathan, what was your biggest takeaway, and just what I guess was the most encouraging? I mean, you could go 4 takeaways for the defense. You could go some, the running game and Sire. I mean, that was Sire Gaines, I believe, best game of his career, right? I mean, or at least in terms of the yards. I mean, that was great to see him finally start to put it together a little bit and stay out there and get carries and be healthy and just have that was a game that we thought we'd see 8 times this year from Sire Gaines. I mean, I thought that was very encouraging. Obviously, you can say what you want about Max, play calling, whatever. Where would your biggest takeaway be?
Max, Sire, offensively both look good, which I think was big. But I'll go a little niche here. You lose a Marion McCoy, who's one of the 3 or 4 best corners in the conference, and the combination of Sherrod Smith and Demetrius Freeney comes in, and you don't miss a beat. Those 2 guys both come in and look really, really good. The pass defense continues to be strong. I think that's a massive win, that your depth corners are able to come in, play at a high level, and then Jeremiah Irby getting some extra targets. Comes away with 2 interceptions, by the way. Great game for him. I mean, the cornerback room, which from week 1 was much maligned. Fans wanted Demario Warren fired. Sky was falling, and not only you lose your All Mountain West corner, Jeremiah Irby looks like an All Mountain West corner now, and your depth guys there, Freeney and Sherrod Smith, played really well tonight. I think the fact that the pass defense has taken such a step forward, particularly without McCoy in there, is a massive win that you can go into next week against Utah State. Bryson Barnes is a good quarterback and say, hey, we feel like we've got 2 or 3 corners that we can put out there and play pretty well.
Red, any final thoughts or biggest takeaway for you?
Yeah, I mean, just fired up for the guys. I've already been accused of being like the homer guy, which I totally am.
Kent Riddle, never.
I totally am.
Just a big Denver Broncos fan, right?
Shit. Those are my guys. I mean, the players, the coaches, love those guys. And I'm going to defend them. I'm going to be their voice out here, like always. But
that's why we love you.
I would also tell you, those guys are doing a great job. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, those guys they're doing a phenomenal job. And sometimes you got to work with what you got. And it might take a minute to figure it out. And I don't know.
It's actually a really good point.
I mean, we might find out that Max Cutworth is better than Maddox Madsen. They know that way better than I do. So I suspect that's probably not the case. But I don't know. The worst case scenario is you got to pay for both of them.
That's what I said last week. I said, I don't know if Max Cutforth is any good or not. They wouldn't let him throw the ball. We saw it tonight, and he had a heck of it. I mean, there's clearly some of the, I think where he had a negative play tonight, I thought was where the inexperience just comes in. The actual the arm talent, some of the intangibles, you can tell he just has.
Absolutely.
But I think there's a reason. I mean, Maddox has been a starter for 3 years. I mean, some of that in 2 games you just don't have.
Yeah, I mean, the worst case scenario is all of a sudden you figure out you got 2 quarterbacks. Boise State can't pay for 2 quarterbacks.
Somebody said, BJ, how was the horse and buggy ride over to the James? Amish Reigns. I like it.
Can I bring this up too? And it's going to be way off topic. Because I saw it on X, because the fan base is really big on X. Did you know, and this is off topic, and I guarantee this guy's listening, he said a cornerback is a cheap product would come to the portal. Do you know last year the average salary of a portal quarterback is $790,000? So
I'd love to be a cheap product.
Are you shitting me? That's more than I ever made in my entire NFL career.
I feel like I got 1 year of eligibility.
Oh my God. I would literally
I can spin it.
I'm
just telling you.
I will literally kill somebody for $800,000. So my point is this: when we're getting to this, and I want the boy, and why I'm tying this in, Boise or BJ, is because BNN is a part of recruiting now, right? This is a part of recruiting, and I know we're fast forwarding it, but the window now is 10 days. There was a kid here that was in the portal. We had a big time quarterback who's an Indiana decommit. I'm not going to mention his name.
We've already talked about him.
Okay.
Cash Herrera.
Crash Herrera. He was here. Cash. He was here tonight. So for anybody that wants the next quarterback, they're recruiting them, right? And on top of that, it's a 10-day window for anybody who's in this fucking messaging board, and you have a limited number of what you can do in 10 days. And $700 or $800,000 or whatever it is for a quarterback, I hate to say what a quarterback's going to cost you. You're looking at $3.3 million.
Somebody right here, move on from Madsen.
Suck it.
I thought the next one was
BJ. BJ's going to deliver the money in his buggy.
I like that comment on the screen.
What is it? I can't read it.
It says, "Say night night, Kent. Let's get him back to home."
Hell yeah!
Well, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna play a little bit. I'm gonna play the opening statement of Spencer as we get out of here. But any final thoughts? They win. They're still alive. Black Friday game against Utah State.
I don't care about that. Thank you. Another year. I appreciate it.
Well, we're not done yet. The post-game shows are done, but we got a season left here.
Thank you, Red. This is it's another year.
We're not done yet, though. We got the Monday shows and stuff, and
but post-game,
pre-game is we're done with that.
It's been fun. Yeah. I appreciate you guys. It's been fun. And you know what? You win and you're out, or lose, you're out. Win, you're got a shot.
You guys bring a unique perspective that I appreciate, and people can say what they want to say, but you guys have made these post-game shows much more enjoyable for me to do. And the perspective has been great. I don't know if you remember, Kent, the first ever post-game show we did. I believe it was the first ever post-game show that you did with me. We were downstairs, and it was right after the UT Martin. I believe who was it they played? It was
UT Martin.
It was a horrible offensive game. And
UT Martin, the game that Hank got booed coming out of that game when they put Talon in. Sorry, continue.
And that was a tough one for you, defending your guys. And I remember that one. Right. Did not.
Absolutely.
BJ needs to get home and churn some butter. Continue the Amish jokes. Bring them on.
You don't even have that long of a beard.
No, it's covering my double chin though. So I got. I think
it's awesome.
Of all the things I could get made fun of for, I'll take being Amish. I'll be any day of the week. So
BJ is barn racing tomorrow.
Let's hear
Happy
from
birthday to BJ.
Thank you.
though.
Let's
BJ's gonna
appreciate
turn
you guys.
electricity in
I was
BJ's
late, tonight because I had to bring the corn in. I love you, chat. You guys are awesome.
BJ's a woodworking mother effer.
I love you guys.
Gonna have to rename it
Oh,
Husker
man.
Nation News for a guy over here.
I love you guys. It's been a fun year. We got another game. We'll hopefully a championship game to talk about. Maybe a bowl game. A lot of football still to talk about, and obviously Nathan, a lot of basketball as well.
Yeah. Big one against USC on Monday.
USC on Monday. You're going to handle football coverage this week with Chris, so you'll be there at the presser on Monday.
That's the rumors. Yeah, try my best. So
appreciate you guys. Let's hear from Spencer Danielson, Boise State head coach, after the win.
Please.
Well, as always, appreciate you guys' time covering our team, and thank you, Jesus, for the victory, man. We've been through some hard times. We talked with our team prior to the week, man. Everything you want's on the other side of hard. And our team is not flinched, not listening to what people are maybe saying, just getting to work. And I'm proud of our coaches, proud of our players. Just continue to keep swinging and play a really good game tonight on the Blue. So proud of our team, man. That was a big-time win for us. We put a premium on protecting our home, and our players did that tonight. Senior night as well. I mean, we got a great group of seniors and guys that have been here for 5 years, some of them 6 years, and given everything for this team on the Blue. And be able to finish that the right way for our team is a big deal. And they deserve every bit of it. And so proud of our team. Really in all three phases, we've shown growth. In all three phases, there are going to be things that we got to get fixed and we got to clean up. That's football. That's why we're coaches, and that's why our players are going to be excited to come to work. We got a short week coming up against Utah State, so we're going to flip this calendar really quick. Tomorrow is going to be a Sunday into a Monday quickly. And it's time to get working, and we got one promised game left, and we got to go fight our tail off to be our best next Friday. But proud of our team, man. Bronco Nation, as always, shows up, packed house, awesome atmosphere. No matter what's going on, we do not take that lightly. And so Bronco Nation, thank you so much for being there in a major way, and proud of our team finding a way to win.
You told us you're going to open it up a little bit. Obviously, you did that. What kind of led to that this week, and what did you think of kind of the more balanced attack?
Yeah, we went in the game learning a lot from the first two games that we played with Max and where our offense was, BJ, and just looked at what can we do to make sure we can attack a defense. We know we're going to run the football. That's a DNA part of who we are, but we want to be on the attack. We had some trick plays in the arsenal, and we wanted to air it out. And Max has had a really good week of practice. Our receivers trust him. Our coaches trust him, and he did a really good job tonight. So we got to be balanced attack, and I think we did a much better job of that tonight. There were some drops out there that honestly probably could had more pass yards if we completed those. So we got to make our plays, but proud of the night Max had. Really, I'm proud of our offensive line did a great job tonight. We ran the football consistently. When we did want to throw, Max had a really good pocket back there. So proud of our offensive line, proud of the plan that our coaches put together. Our receivers, we've had some guys out, and our guys stepped up and made some big-time plays. Max threw that ball in the money. We had our Matt Lauder, Matt Wagner continue to be two of the better tight ends around. I think it was Sire Gaines' probably best game all season. Proud of him breaking tackles, making tough runs. Awesome to see Malik Sherrod get a touchdown on senior night, too, a young man that's been through a lot and we're really proud of. So as a whole, proud of what we did offensively. We left a lot of meat on the bone, too, with some of the mistakes we made, but we're going to learn from those. But proud of where we're going, and I think we're in a much better attack mindset offensively.
I know you had faith in Max, but just for his own psyche, how much was a game like tonight needed for him?
It's huge. I mean, now – in a good way, his confidence is through the roof, but we got to go back to work. I mean, that's how it is, and now it's making sure he handles the success the right way, but I'm proud of him.
I want to ask you about Max, too. Don't become, just be.
Yep.
Why was that the message to him, and how well did he embrace that tonight, I guess?
Yeah, me and Max talked maybe about a week and a half ago, and especially in the college football landscape when you become the starter and regardless of injuries and what it is, I didn't want Max to try to become anybody. I didn't want to become Maddox or become this new person. I wanted Max to be him because I know if Max is him, he's absolutely got enough talent and has the skill set to be successful. And everybody else has to step up. That's football, man. When someone gets hurt, carry the flag, next man up. And I'm proud of him doing that, man. I mean, just him out there, he was out there being Max Cutforth tonight. And that's what I'm so proud of. He's a great kid. He's a competitor. And seeing the week of practice he had, the command he's having of our offense, he was himself tonight. And we were really successful.
So I'm just curious, there seemed to be a spitting incident tonight with the quarterback. Just curious if you've got anything to say about what you saw and the incident itself.
Yeah, didn't see it live. Our players told me it happened because I was grabbing, in that moment, Jaden Virgin Morgan and a couple other guys. And then the refs came up to me after and told me that they saw it on the replay and that they're going to handle it, and we'll go from there.
So they didn't give any reason as to why they didn't give a penalty or nothing. They just said he'd handle it and left.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know obviously if the refs were able to see it in real time, I would assume that they'd call a personal foul, but they didn't, and they saw it later, and so they told me, so I'm sure there'll be repercussions for him when he gets back home. At least I would hope so. But, yeah, how you handle your business matters.
I remember Jeremiah Irby's first fall camp here. He created, like, so many turnovers, and I don't know, just what has it been these last few games, especially tonight, where it's like that guy. Like, I mean, 3 turnovers in one game is pretty wild.
Yeah, so proud of Jeremiah, man. I mean, a guy that I know at times has taken some criticism, but you look at the body of work he's had his senior year. I mean, bunch of interceptions, but even more than that, very consistent. Making tackles, really good coverage, tight coverage. He's also never missed a practice all season. Shoulder, ankle, hamstring, hip. Jeremiah Irby never misses a practice. Team guy. And so him going out on that field as a senior and having the performance he had tonight, he absolutely is deserving of that and's earned it with the work he's put in.
I don't want to forget to ask you this, Latrell, that seemed like a really scary moment there, and then he's up walking off the field. Like, what? I don't know. Can you tell us anything what happened there?
Yeah, I know he's in good place now. Obviously, he was on the sideline cheering on his team. He was in the locker room with our team after. I don't know where it is. I have not been updated by our trainers. I'm sure, obviously, concussion protocol with a short week. We'll see kind of where he is. But you talk about a senior, redshirt senior. Latrell Caples has done everything for this program, man. Had season-ending injury a few years ago that missed the entire season. Latrell Caples is a young man that this will always be home for him, and he embodies Boise State football with his blue-collar work ethic, and he had a bunch of big-time catches tonight. Obviously, my heart goes out to him. I know he's going to battle to get back healthy. I don't know where that is right now without talking to our trainers, but it was a scary moment because he's a warrior, and if he's down, something happened. And so, but I know he's in good spirits. He's walking around and looks good now, but we'll go through it.
I thought it was fitting. They did rule that a catch, so maybe his final catch on the blue actually was a catch or whatever. But as you guys were looking to maybe ignite the offense, he had 10 targets prior to that. Was that a goal to get him the ball, or was that just a byproduct of the game?
It absolutely was. I mean, we had good talk as an offense. Okay, who do we need to get the ball to? Who are our weapons? And we went through some of those. Latrell Caples being one of the top ones. We got to get him the football. Screen game, pass, play action, whatever it is, we got to make sure we get our playmakers the ball. And I thought Coach Potter and our offense did a really good job doing that tonight.
The defense. 3 to 4 weeks is not a lot of time to grow as a Division I quarterback. Obviously, going back to Max, tonight he looked, on time, in rhythm, very comfortable, especially in the pocket. What can you say, just his ability to adapt from Fresno State until now?
Yeah, he's growing a ton. I mean, and he's been our guy. I mean, we haven't flinched in that. Regardless how Fresno State went, regardless what happened in San Diego State, he's just continuing to grow and get better, build trust with his teammates, build trust with his coaches. Had a great week of prep, and he went out tonight and cut it loose. And we are going to build even on tonight, and I know he's even going to be better a week from now, as long as he handles success the right way. Because now, which is awesome, everybody's telling him how great he is and how great our offense is. We got to, yes, that's awesome. We're going to enjoy that tonight. But tomorrow, that flip a script, and it's all about Utah State and him growing. So proud of Max. I mean, he's done a really good job stepping up, and he's our quarterback.
Expecting Maddox to not be able to play against Utah State?
I don't expect Maddox to play. I mean, hopefully he can, but we'll find out more. But he's a warrior, and that was a big-time injury against Fresno State. So hopefully he's back. Sitting here right now, I don't see it happening. So Max is going to be our guy until Maddox gets back.
The defense faced some adversity tonight, giving up a touchdown on the first drive after those penalties, and then 2 quick touchdowns in the fourth quarter. But they seem to respond every time. How do you like those responses?
Yeah, the first drive of the game, those 2 personal foul penalties, we've had rough in the passer before. bang, bang play can't happen. I mean, some of those plays, we're giving them free yards, and so that can't happen. But then we tightened it up and did a really good job for the majority of the game. Those last 2 drives in the fourth quarter are frustrating. We got to look at it and see why we let our foot off the gas and why that happens, because that's not acceptable here. But as a body of work, I'm proud of how our defense played tonight.
With the defense, the last couple of games, the run defense has been, people have been talking about it. 39 yards tonight, only 2.3 yards per run. Just what can you say about the run defense?
Yeah, big point of emphasis this week. We know on offense we needed to be on the attack, and defensively we need to stop the run, and we grew on that. And I felt like our front did a really good job resetting the line of scrimmage. We had some missed tackles late in the game and some misfits, but I feel like our front took a big step this week, and we need to.
I think you noted recently that the defense always gets the score after.
All right, there's Spencer Danielson meeting with the media. Hopefully you can hear us okay. Boise State winning this one. We'll get the full press conference interviews of Danielson. We talked to Max Cutforth and also
proud of how our guys
Zion Washington. We'll get those posted to our YouTube channel shortly. By the way, Utah State has scored, pulled within 17-14 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. So Utah State, there's a lot that has to happen, but one thing that would really help is Fresno State losing tonight.
I believe, don't quote me, but I believe if Utah State wins tonight, Boise State is winning in next week. I believe.
I'm not sure if it's quite that easy, but you might be right.
Because I believe.
I think you need San Diego State to win both these last games.
You might be right. You might be right.
Because if Fresno, the interview is still playing. Sorry about that, guys. I believe if that means if New Mexico beats San Diego, that makes the tiebreaker a little hard, and it would go to computers.
Yeah,
because I don't think that New Mexico played Fresno. I don't know. It's a much easier path if Utah State can win this game tonight. Now, I was joking. I quote have to go to Maui. I have to get up early is more the fair thing, but I get to go to Maui thanks to our subscribers, thanks to our advertisers. BNN will be the only outlet, aside from Bob and Abe on the radio side, covering the Maui Invitational tomorrow. So, yes, I am headed to Maui tomorrow. We will have full coverage of the Maui Invitational Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So appreciate all of our sponsors, all of our subscribers, all of you guys watching this show right now that like this video, that subscribe to this video. You make it possible for BNN to be the only local outlet going to Maui. And we have gotten approval from ESPN events and from the whole crew there to do what I was a little nervous, worried. Some of these tournaments, I want to stream it in an arena, but we have got approval to do our normal pregame, postgame right there courtside. Wow. Even if there's another game going on, the main thing is I just can't show the live action on the court. So if there's another game going on, the camera will be of us, not of the court, but we will be able to do full pregame, full postgame, courtside from the Maui Invitational. Courtside's pretty tight seating, so I got to figure that out. But we're scheduled on Monday on the pregame show. We're going to start about 2 o'clock. It's a 3 o'clock game, I believe. I'm getting thrown off on all the timing here, but I think it's 3 o'clock in Boise. 2 o'clock, we're going to have Jeremiah Dickey live from the Maui Invitational. We're going to have Abe Jackson for our typical interview, and then Andy Katz. Also, I don't know who he's working for now, but he's an insider, college basketball insider. Been around ESPN.
He's been doing all of the Maui stuff. So I don't know who he works for, but every Maui interview.
So he is now, he's like an ambassador or media person for the Maui Invitational. But he's been covering Leon for a long time. Used to be the main insider for ESPN. He is over there. He is scheduled to join us live on the pregame show as well on Monday. So we'll be pregame, postgame. I don't know about the morning shows yet because 9 a.m. Mountain Time is 6 a.m. in Maui. So I don't quite know. I might be on jet lag on the first day, and maybe I'll wake up and, text Brad and say, let's do a show at 9 a.m. We'll see. But there may not be a morning show on Monday. We're going to give you the extra extended pregame show. 2 o'clock will be the pregame show. Big opportunity for this basketball team. And as we wrap this up, we'll talk briefly basketball because they've won 4 in a row. But this is obviously going to be a step up in competition here. We saw USC hang on against Troy. Crazy comeback, 3-pointer. Maybe USC comes in a little overconfident. Maybe it shows they have some flaws. Obviously, Troy's a solid team. Beat San Diego State. But overall, this team heading into Maui, pretty cool deal. Obviously, another kind of check mark on Leon's list here of like setting new historic things. I mean, who would have ever? You've been following BSU, you went to BSU. I mean, Maui Invitational and Boise State would never be. And I don't care how the field's watered down, whatever. You would never think Boise State basketball and the Maui Invitational. So from that standpoint, a pretty cool deal, but also 3 games on ESPN2 or ESPN, 3 potential quad 1 games. This is a big time opportunity on the national stage starting Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. And for a Mountain West, that just seemingly every time you check your, whatever sports app you use, there's another Q3, Q4 loss in there. It's a big time opportunity to get some major non-conference wins because those wins just aren't going to come in conference play this year. USC is likely going to be a quad 1 game. I put this on Twitter. I know Ken Palm and the net rankings aren't identical, but they correlate. As of right now, USC, that's a quad 1 game. If you can beat USC, you're probably getting NC State in the second round. That's probably a quad 1 game. So this USC game, you've got a real I think it's realistic to say it's the biggest game of the season for Boise State, not just so far, but kind of in hindsight, because not only is it a quad 1 opportunity, but it opens the door for future quad 1 opportunities. If you lose this one, you're probably into the losers bracket getting like Seton Hall and then maybe like Arizona State in your 7-8
still
game.
2 top 100 teams.
Yeah, quad 2 games. Yeah. But again, just
honestly, in this tournament, like to go 2-1, and if your 2 wins are Seton Hall and Arizona State, but you're heading back 2-1 in the tournament, I mean, you'd probably take that. To be honest,
2-1's the goal. I think
not
absolutely.
What you want. You want to beat USC or NC State and have that marquee win.
Yep.
But if you said right now, because you're going to go 2-1 and your 2 wins are Seton Hall, Arizona State, we might take that.
Yeah, I think 2-1 you take, especially just because of the way the bracket shifts, even if it's a win or loss against USC. And I'll say this about USC, that Troy game, what ended up being the difference, USC shot better from the floor. I don't remember the exact number. Troy out-rebounded them by like 27 rebounds. Like
a ton of offensive rebounds.
25 offensive rebounds. Just an absurd number. This USC team has not rebounded well. And what's the one thing every Leon Rice team does well? They rebound the ball. And
they defensive rebound.
It's particularly defensive.
But second chance points, rebounding in general.
Sure. So I think it's a live opportunity for Boise State basketball. And I get it hasn't been pretty the last couple games. Montana State game was sketchy. Wichita State, now I wouldn't say they struggled to win, but I would say that they held on and got the win there. And USC's better competition, but I think they've got a real chance to win. And then who knows? You win that one, you get NC State, potentially Texas. Like real games open up, like more opportunities open up if you can knock off USC.
Well, looking forward to it. Again, appreciate all of you paying subscribers, advertisers. Quick trip. I mean, don't get there till tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and then it's right back Wednesday night on the Red Eye. So it'll be working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with games, but full pregame, full postgame, full stories. Good number of BSU boosters going over there, and so we'll try to whether it's Matt Boucher or different folks that are over there, we'll try to get different interviews. I think Tuesday's pregame show we're scheduled to have Cody Gogler as well, so we're going to try to get some interviews and exclusive content over there in Maui. As I said, you and Chris will be handling football coverage this week, so we'll still have daily football coverage and stories, daily basketball coverage from Maui, and coming on Tuesday, I always tell you to subscribe. I'll just be honest. Wait till Tuesday, because I believe Tuesday we're starting our company-wide 24/7 sports 75% off. Back to our original best offer. Our Black Friday sale is 75% off starting on Tuesday going through Black Friday. So if you're on the fence, we'd really hope you subscribe. Do it on Tuesday. 75% off gets you a year for like $26. So, Nathan, you said the picks made money today, right?
Yeah, Pixar. Well, I'll have to double check the Pix article. Believe it made money. I know on my personal stuff we made money. So if I made money on that end, we probably made money on the gambling column. So yeah, that's been doing well. We'll have snap counts and PFF grades up there. We'll have just other general analysis. I'll have a takeaways article here coming when you wake up in the morning. Just takeaways from the game tonight. You know?
Oh yeah, we got Prater's post-game thoughts. We got yours. Chris has written an article as well, looking at the offense changing that I'm going to post when I get that back to the room. We'll have post-game show. We got all kinds of stuff. So tons of coverage from it tonight. We'll be working for a few hours, getting you guys coverage when you wake up, and then we'll have obviously basketball coverage starting tomorrow. Fresno State just punted, so Utah State has the ball 14-17. They trail. They're back at their own 4 though to start the drive here. But minute 45 to go. What is this on a channel? Is this on? Do we know if
I
it's
have
on
no clue.
CBS Sports Network or something? We got to get this turned
Yeah,
on
probably
here.
CBS Sports because this is the FS1 game. So probably, yeah.
Does somebody know if this is Portland State just fired Bruce Barnum?
I have no thoughts on the
CBS
matter.
Sports, they're saying we got to get that turned on. So
Yeah.
apparently our Wi-Fi is also cutting out. It's been a 2-hour plus live stream here. Hell of a job hosting the rattle, kind of reining those guys in and hosting.
they're great.
Post game. Appreciate you for that. Again, off to Maui. Full coverage. BroncoNationNews.com. Go subscribe. Check us out. Like this video. Share this video. And again, BNN proud to be the only local media outlet making the investment to give you guys the coverage you deserve by going to cover the Maui Invitational. So appreciate you guys. We'll see what happens in the final minutes of this Utah State-Fresno game. Read our coverage at BroncoNationNews.com. Football, basketball. We'll have Zion and Max Cutforth interviews up on YouTube shortly as well. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the Amish jokes, by the way. Keep them coming. I love it. And I guess Utah State just fumbled at the 12.
Yeah.
So not ideal there. Got to hold them to a field goal somehow. But Amish Reigns signing off. Appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll talk to you from Maui tomorrow. Boise State basketball in the Maui Invitational. Boise State football still alive for a conference championship coming off a big win. And a little positivity right now. Haven't had this in a while around here. Football team wins.
29 days since the last Boise State football win. When's the last time we could say that midseason? But here we are.
So there were 4 wins for the basketball team before the football team won a game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Basketball team 4-0 against D1 competition.
There you go. Enjoy the rest of your night, folks. Enjoy this win. Enjoy your Sunday. Green Bay Packers, by the way, the BNN Survivor entry for
There you
tomorrow.
go.
We're down to 934 out of the 18,000. Kanan badly wants a raise, so we need to win this thing. So Green Bay Packers, home, small favorite against the Vikings tomorrow.
Yeah.
So hopefully
not scared of 9.
Hopefully Packers can win it and we can win some more money. So appreciate you guys. Go check out BroncoNationNews.com. And from the James Kitchen and Bar, thanks to Barry and Eric and the whole crew here for having us at the James. Thanks to Kanan, tremendous job, pregame, postgame. Nathan, of course, Chris up in the press box working. Appreciate the whole BNN crew, Kent and Brad, and most importantly, thank all of you guys for supporting our sponsors, for making shows like this free for all of you to watch, and for using your hard-earned money on a subscription to BNN. So Kanan's ready to go home. He's up. He's ready for me to end this thing so he can pack up and hit the bars, I think. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you guys from Maui tomorrow. Again, Boise State wins it. Enjoy it, folks. We'll talk to you later. Bronco Nation News and online, of course, at BroncoNationNews.com.